I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Dack, ack.
Enter, brother.
Come on in. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
Thank you, LeBron.
Not 5.
No matter
not
how
6,
you listen in.
Not 7.
I really mean it.
Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, live on YouTube.
We'll do it live. It. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Do it.
That's right. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
Say his name again.
Kelvin.
Thank you, Stephen A.
That's
Appreciate
right.
it.
We are indeed the Odd Couple, and it is a trash-talking Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. I know you got some
Absolutely.
people to trash.
Your chance to trash anyone, anything in the world of sports, and we will not NOT interrupt you. So that means you need our telephone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Rich and Covino.
Well,
on the
shout out to
planet.
Used to be Doug Gottlieb.
On the planet.
There you go.
At least when people are still awake.
Yeah. Just got to be up. Got to be up.
Sorry about that.
What, Rob G, why you throw your hands up?
If you're going to make the joke, you can pivot to other shows other than
Okay,
Ben.
all right. Write it down. Commit it to memory. 86, because he used to be the producer on Ben's show. What do you prefer? I get it. 877-99 on Fox for you laymen who can't figure out letters and numbers. 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
There you go. And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
That's right. And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say, tough because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
And with all that said, remember one thing.
No, that's
not.
What is it? R2D2 is going on over there.
Somebody moved my drop.
All right.
I was like, Sean King coming in early.
That was early.
I know he loves the show, but he's breaking his normal routine.
All right, we got the Odd Couple. Can you do it? You're usually good.
Yeah.
For it.
That what you wanted?
Yes, thank you. All right, let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is...
Shout out to you, man, too. I know you got excited. We were texting our group, and then bam, big story dropped in our lap.
Man,
I know you can. You were faster here than when Matthew Stafford lost.
Man,
Football guys love you.
They sure do. I'll tell you that. And Oh, well, here we go.
What do y'all got going on?
No, it's all good.
Y'all trying to cook something up,
man.
boy,
we got a great show. Obviously, the big news, we're going to get on that.
Yes.
Bill Belichick getting denied for the Hall of Fame on his first ballot. We'll get all into that.
Oh, yeah.
And as you know.
What do I know?
5 years ago on this very radio show, I called it. I said that both him and Tom Brady were cheaters. You could go listen to the tape. And because of that, and Belichick not getting in, this is what today's show is really going to be.
Let me hear
it. We are, as you know, splishing and splashing.
Oh, yeah.
I am ready.
You are out of line. I don't want to know that much about you.
I need baby oil.
Don't be sending us group pictures of how you get down on your Friday nights. We don't need.
I need baby oil and maybe cigarettes.
Rob G, you probably closer to my size.
Yes.
Anybody got some pants?
He spilled coffee on his
I
pants.
spilled a half a coffee on my pants 30 seconds before the show started, by the way.
All right, let's do this real quick. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. Rob G is our producer.
Bud Mexican.
Alex is our engineer. Steve DeSager's at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And, of course,
Never heard of him.
Elijah
Who?
is our social.
Where's Elijah?
He's here.
Elijah, can you turn on the monitor thing?
Yeah, we can't see the show.
Yeah, we can't see the YouTubians,
Yes.
even though it's usually just
There we
us
go.
looking at us. But
All right. So we are in full effect on this Trash Talking Tuesday, and we'll get to that in the second hour. But, Rob G, the news of the day, I'm ready to explode.
I need baby oil and maybe cigarettes.
What did I tell you? I told you.
Talk to him.
Parker. I told you.
Rob Parker.
And everybody poo-pooed me. Nesson. All those people up in Boston.
Nesson, you call it specific stations.
Stations. Christian Fourier pushed back on me. Oh, Chris Broussard pushed back on me.
Okay.
Everybody did, Rob G. They disrespected me 5 years ago.
What did you say 5 years ago? I wasn't here. What did you say?
I said, and we got the tape. Here we go.
Okay, let me hear it.
Proof of performance.
Let me hear it. Rewind.
More will come out, and you will have more disdain for this franchise. Do not embrace this. Do not embrace Bill Belichick. Do not embrace Tom Brady. Push away the New England Patriots. They are not worthy of praise. They have smudged the game of football. They have tarnished what could have been a great legacy. And if I had a Hall of Fame vote, which I do not have for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick would not get my vote. They've done more damage than they've accomplished in this NFL.
I thought you said that.
That's me.
That was not you. You lying?
I sound mad young, right?
Alex, play that back.
More will come out
25 years
and
ago?
you will have more disdain for this franchise.
I sound different, right? Crazy.
What in the helium were you sucking on? That was not you.
That is me 5 years
Hey,
ago.
yo!
No,
crazy.
That was not you. But
Rob,
continue. You had some points.
Rob G, I just want you to bring up the pro football writers. I mean, I got to admit, it took some balls to do this, and I'm impressed by the pro football writers. I'm not a member of the Pro Football Writers Association, BBWA in baseball, but not in football, even though I've covered the sport since 1987. But I have mad respect for them to be able to say you shouldn't be rewarded for cheating.
Well, somebody spearheaded this.
Wait, but remember, Robert Kraft isn't in.
Right.
Remember, he didn't get.
He's dying to get in.
He didn't get, and he's 85 years old, 83 years old, whatever it is.
He wants to get in. It's not he doesn't care. He wants to get in.
Exactly. And now Bill Belichick is not in the first ballot. If I'm Tom Brady, my shorts are brown at home, because now there's a real chance that they'll do the same thing to Tom Brady. And think about this. Brady got suspended by the league for the whole Deflategate.
Yeah.
Remember that? He got suspended for 4 games. Rob G.
I mean, you kind of gave it away there, Rob. But yes, Bill Belichick, 8-time Super Bowl champion coach.
So you're giving all the details.
Did not, N-O-T, get voted in the first ballot for his first year for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, falling short of the 40 of the 50 votes he needed to get in on the first ballot. We got conflicting reports, though, coming out. We have ESPN on one, Sports Illustrated on another. ESPN reported that Bill Polian, former Colts exec, was one of the guys pounding the table saying, no, between Spygate, between Deflategate, we cannot reward that kind of behavior. He's going to have to wait at least 1 year before we vote in Bill Belichick for the Hall of Fame. SI has reported since then, in the last 30 minutes, that they've spoken to Polian directly. He says that's, quote, totally and categorically untrue. I voted for him. So I don't know who it was in that meeting room that said, no, we're not going to have it.
But there's a lot of votes. He didn't get 40 out of it.
Bill Belichick, N-O-T in the H-O-F.
And I think this is spot on. And I want to keep it on Belichick, but I believe that this should happen to Brady as well. Kelvin, you can't do it. You can't go Bonds and Clemens can't get in. They cheated. And then you're looking at Bill Belichick, and you're going to give him an excuse. He was suspended, fined by the league. Remember, the largest fine in the history of the NFL for a coach. And don't forget the last thing was 2019 when they got busted in Cincinnati. You remember? And people were like, well, they always beat the Bengals. Why would he be cheating? Remember, they had a new coach at that time, and he didn't have the signals. So he sent a camera crew to Cincinnati to get him, and they got busted. I believe this is right. Congrats to the football writers who did not reward this guy who's cheated. I don't think he should get in at all. Forget about first ballot, second ballot, third ballot. I don't believe he should get in because he did cheat.
Well, that's where I want to take this, because to me, if you look at it almost from a legal standpoint, what's the precedent they're setting? Are they setting that, hey, when you talk about somebody in the Hall of Fame, you go, if I say Barry Sanders, you say Hall of Fame running back. You don't say first ballot, second ballot, barely got in ballot. You just say Hall of Famer.
To me, either you're a Hall of Famer or you're
and
not.
That's where I'm going with this. So I'm wondering, is this just enough for them to say, well, we know you're going to get in, but dang it, you're not going in first ballot? Or are they trying to make a loud statement and say, you're not getting in?
But here's the thing.
That's what I find interesting in this, because
only because Kraft didn't get in. I think that because you look at it and go, Kraft wasn't coaching, Kraft wasn't getting the signals. You can make a case for Kraft that he's just the owner of the team.
Right, but I think the part with that would be you're orchestrating this, right? Because the buck always has to stop with somebody, right? If you and I are acting crazy on the team,
so you're saying
what do we say?
You're going to take the owner out and then let Belichick get in?
No, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if this is a loud message saying, we know you're great. That's not deniable in the lexicon of conversation. But in the Hall of Fame, we're not going to vote you in. And I was talking to Rob G, same thing you mentioned. Barry Bonds, everybody knows he's great.
He's one of the greatest
Everybody
players
knows
we've
Roger
ever
Clemens is
seen.
great. We know that.
Yes.
But based off principle, whether you agree or not, the voters aren't going to let you in. And with this, it was interesting. Now, the other side of this, to the trifecta, if you will, the three-headed monster, is Tom Brady. Because Tom Brady is in bed with the NFL, heavy. See, Bill Belichick, NFL kind of didn't want him. He got upset. I'm going to go coach college.
I'm going to push back just a little bit.
Yeah.
The writers have nothing to do with the league.
True. I agree. I agree.
So the writers are the ones who vote, and it's just like with baseball. Like, it's not baseball. Like, they don't control the voters as a Hall of Fame voter.
I just wonder if Tom Brady will get the if you were to look at it and you said, all right, if I had to vote for one of these, because obviously that run of 20-plus years, I has to be represented in NFL. If I had to pick for one, I'm going to at least vote for the guy who did it on the field.
But here's why.
And I do wonder if maybe he'll get it, but this is a loud indictment because Robert Kraft, we knew
you're
it.
tarnished. I'm telling you, what they've done to Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
You won 6 Super Bowls. You're not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Because if he's not, then who is?
Nobody is.
Exactly. If
that
he's not,
says something.
and while I'm at it, your guy we talked about yesterday, Sean Payton, who's way more on he could be in a Hall of Fame list than Bill. Bill was a shoo-in, right? We all thought, okay, great. With Sean Payton, you wonder it's a Spygate. I mean, the Bountygate.
Right, Bountygate.
You wonder.
He got suspended for that.
Exactly. So I'm wondering, is this a loud precedent saying that if you've done something that gave you an unfair advantage and it was loud, not something where, you took advantage of some weird, fluky little law or something, an illegal thing you could do in the game, but an outrageous thing that got you suspended, I'm wondering if this is going to be a loud message to guys like a Sean Payton, like obviously a Bill Belichick, to a Tom Brady who was also suspended.
Tom Brady was suspended. Belichick wasn't suspended. He was fined
$500,000.
Right?
So I'm wondering if you were fined for something like that, and in Bill Belichick's case, you got the Spygate where you're fined, but you got Deflategate under your watch. So these multiple fractions, it's not like you did one thing and we kind of get it. Things happen.
See, Brady, I don't think would have been suspended had he just come clean and said that when they asked him at the press conference, you know what? I asked the ball boys to take the air out of it.
I didn't know it was a thing. It's on me. I thought that's just how I liked it.
I asked the guys to do it, and they did it. Don't blame them.
Scrubbing the phone.
Exactly.
What they say. It's always the cover-up's always worse than the crime.
And what did he do? He destroyed his phone.
Yeah.
All this, wouldn't let them look at it. He had texted the ball boy over 100 times.
And that's the same guy he didn't know.
He said he didn't know him. I'm like, if you're texting somebody 100 times and you don't know him, and then his nickname was the Deflator. The Deflator.
So this is a loud to me scream that I think maybe the writers, when they look at it, they say, yeah, we know who you are. we all will mention you and coach if you're in a barbershop. Who's the greatest? Oh, Bill Belichick. But for what we do, we find an offense to that.
Shocked that the
big shock.
Did this, right?
I'm big shocked. Because
baseball
I didn't think
writers we would
it's
expect.
a different sport.
Right?
Numbers, things matter a little bit more in baseball. And I thought football would be, at the end of the day, you got to win in between the lines, and you'd move. And not to mention, he has 6. If it were 1 and it was the year of the something of Spygate, you'd say, oh, that's the only reason why they won. We had 6, so you thought you'd go, hey, if 1 or 2 are tainted, still got 4. So I was blown away when that alert came on my phone. I was blown away, and I'm really thinking, man, is this because why now? Why not? Why would you then vote him next year?
Right? No.
What changed? Was he a cheater then?
I would never
and you were
change my
offended
vote,
by it.
but
Then
I'm
he's a
with you.
cheater this year, and you should be offended by it.
Hey, Rob G, you had I saw you tweet something on there. Just your thoughts, your reaction first, and then you had a point about the cheating part.
Yeah, so full disclosure, if I was a Hall of Fame voter, I would have voted Bill Belichick in the first ballot. That's me. But I'm also not oblivious to the cheating. We talked about it for, 7-8 years during the show.
Yep.
You cannot tell the story of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and Robert Kraft for a lesser extent without mentioning Spygate first and foremost and Deflategate. You cannot mention their legacies. It's going to show up in the obituary.
It's going to be there.
7-time Super Bowl champion, also linked to one of the biggest cheating scandals in NFL history.
Do we add to that? Hernandez?
Possibly,
in the sense of you might have known something and knew what was, and you still were like, hey, he's good.
And so, again, I would have voted him in, but I'm also not going to be like, how dare you not vote him in and not be, forget everything that happened, in that early time of their career. And that's why I put this tweet out. You guys mentioned it earlier.
Right.
Is the same people who were up in arms saying, you absolutely cannot get Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame. You cannot get Alex Rodriguez. You cannot get Roger Clemens. They cheated. But then you mentioned Spygate and Deflategate. Like, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
Cheating is cheating, and that's why you got to be consistent. All right, we're going to get plenty of time to get everybody in, okay? So we're going to take calls all the way through the bottom of the hour after Steve update and all that. So call in 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Real simple. Did you agree with Bill Belichick getting snubbed as a first ballot Hall of Famer? And do you think the same thing might happen to Tom Brady? Because I think that there's a real chance.
I think 2 of the
for
3
first ballot, at least for first ballot.
And that's what I think. To be clear, I'm with Rob G. I would have voted him in just off the body of what he did for so long. If it were 2 years, I know you wouldn't have. So that's why I was blown away to see him not make it. I thought it was almost a foregone conclusion. But I'm blown away at how serious they took this and what it screams the message for the other person, in this case, Tom Brady.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington. It is the Odd Couple where we deliver insight even 5 years ago, not noise.
That wasn't you.
Right here on Fox Sports Radio.
Guys,
and you know what
I
you
think
need
that he's
to do.
going to do it. I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Stick and stay.
Especially if you're already tired of Rob Parker back on his phone in the US of A.
I'm sorry.
Oh, dang, they on you already.
Matthew Stafford looked every bit the MVP he's going to be. 22 of 35, 374, 3 touchdowns, no picks, passer rating of 127.6. He was great. Or you could take the glass half empty approach and say, for all those stats and all those numbers, when it really came down to it, inside the 10-yard line, fourth quarter down by 4, chance to go ahead late and get your team the win, get to the Super Bowl. 3 straight incompletions, including one in the end zone. The rest is history. And instead of the Rams, the Seattle Seahawks will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl.
100%. I'm going to take the glass half empty, of course, and look at this. I'm actually, I said to you on Friday, was it Friday? That if there's any football gods, that they would not allow Matthew Stafford to have a chance to rewrite his history. I'm dead serious, and I'm glad that it happened this way. And for all those numbers, because this was such a Matt Stafford moment. Big numbers, all that in the game. Oh, yeah, look at me. I almost threw for 400 yards. But then when it came down to it, and they really needed it, that was his moment. There was a legacy moment there, and I'll give that to you. Mm-hmm. Had he been able to beat the Seahawks defense, score in that moment right there, his last two passes went to guys I didn't even know who they were. Like, you got Devontae Adams and Puka there. No balls went to those two guys in the last two, the third down and fourth down. They were at the 6-yard line. It was right. The last play was fourth and four.
Yeah.
So they still could have got a first down inside and be first and goal at the 2, right? It was set up. It didn't happen. So from that standpoint, a McVay, I'm also with the McVay. He's pretty smug, thinks that he invented football. I love the idea that he fired the special teams coach, right? Because he blamed him for what went on. And guess what happened? A special teams moment happened for him.
Might have been the play of the game.
And I think I love how ironic that is, that it was all that coach at home. You could imagine what he felt like when that went down.
He's the only person who like jumped up on the bad thing. Right. Yes! I was like, wait, what do you mean? Yes! No,
it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Right.
Told him.
But I'm just saying that was another one of those moments where, things happen or whatever, but it was the Rams at one point were 9-2, and everybody thought they had everything. My God, they got all the weapons, everything. From that point on, 9-2, after winning 5 in a row, they finished the season 5-4. And remember, even their 2 playoff wins, they needed touchdowns at the very end. They didn't run away with anything. They didn't beat up anybody. It was a struggle. And I'm not surprised. I did pick Seattle to win.
2 things came back to bite them in the butts. So I'm going to work a little backwards here. They had given up 30 points defensively, and now 4 of the last 6 games, I believe it is. So that's one of the issues they're going in. Their defense is what we thought, the first half of the season. Obviously, Puka, Devontae, Matt Stafford. But it was their defense that's what we always folks were saying, most complete team, because their defense was great. You had guys coming from the front 7. So that was the thing that you kind of thought, oh, man, with that defense and offense, they were scary. The special teams were sketchy for sure. Lost them a couple of games, so you're thinking, all right, maybe that's the one area they need to tighten up. But the defense have been struggling, and we had talked about that, and I brought that up a handful of times. Like, they're winning some of these games, but the defense is giving up points. Or they got a couple of defensive stops, they might have won those games. So the defense let them down in that. We'll talk a little bit more about Seattle and Sam Darnold. Also, Matthew Stafford, what I didn't like, and the thing that bit them and Sean McVay, they were 0 for 6 on third downs.
Oh, that's so
you can't be 0 for 6 in third downs against a very high quality team, and that has an issue there. Also, Sean McVay. Now I give you Sean Payton the smug. I don't get that with McVay.
No, I do.
I
get
that
like because of his last name, his lineage, and
I get you with the Payton.
Everybody says
guys.
He's a genius and whatnot. All I know is the last 3 years went out in the wild card round, went out in the divisional round, and then went out here with probably the best team he already had put together. I need baby oil.
Fox Sports Radio, Rob. On a Trash Talking Tuesday, we got to get to it. We want to hear from you, hear some of your calls as well.
And we got plenty of time for calls, so we're going to take some, go to a Steve DeSager update, take
right
some
back.
more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. We're simulcasting right now, so if you maybe just in a situation where you can't call in or you can't really listen, you want to watch, chance to do that. By the way, shout out to you sent us a text one of your friends was watching. Got us on the big screen.
Right.
YouTube like we're on
That's my
TV
buddy,
or something.
Chris, who's actually from Detroit who lives in L.A.
Oh, shout out to Chris, yeah. And YouTube, all you got to do is search out Couple FSR, subscribe, like, share. We appreciate it as always. Bill Belichick, for whatever reason, just got in your car in the last hour and a half. You didn't hear about it. He did not get in the Hall of Fame first ballot. So we are talking about that. 877-99 on Fox. Right move, wrong move, should he have? What do you think? We're taking calls. Who we got?
All right, Rob from Queens. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Rob?
Hey, guys. Love you guys, man. You guys are the best.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh, yes. When I first heard, I can't lie, I was like, what the hell?
Right.
But I had actually, it's crazy, I forgot about Deflategate, believe it or not. And then when you think about it, yeah, you got to make them wait. You got to make them wait it out. And Tom's going to have to wait it out, too. But you know what? I'm wondering if they're going to dig in like baseball did and not let him in.
Hey.
I don't know. I don't know if the NFL will do that, though.
But it's not up to the NFL. It's up to
the
writers.
I mean, the writers.
Yeah, and it's the writers.
Yeah, and that's to your point, Rob. That's the point, Rob. Rob from Queens. So many Robs from Queens going on right now. And that is the question. Is this just we know you're great, we're going to get in, but we just want to spank you? Or is this a stance? Like, we're standing firm. We don't believe you guys. We know the talent. We know the coaching legacy.
Because people thought that was the case. Like, we'll make Bonds and Clemens wait for a few years, and then we'll let them in. It never happened.
And that's what is going to be interesting about this, Rob, is this just the stance to just say, nah, boo-boo, you're not getting in first ballot, but you'll get in next year? Because they did that to T.O., right? We ain't like all the hoopla.
4 years, yeah.
And then you got in, T.O. got in. So I'm wondering if this is just a mess you up a little bit or really stand on something.
All right, JR in Indianapolis, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, JR?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Man, this is a travesty that he is not getting in first ballot. This is really just a get back from the writers, because a lot of times he didn't poo-pooed on the writers. Every time they had a question, he was on. We on to the next one. This is all about, man.
Okay,
there's no way you tell me.
I'm gonna stop you because I'm gonna do this. Okay. Just give you an example, okay, JR, for real.
I got an example for you too. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. When Barry Bonds was in baseball, he was the worst.
Oh, everybody knows. Terrible
worst to the writers. Okay, the worst. The worst. The writers still voted him MVP 7 times. So if they really wanted to get at him, they could have got at him way before the Hall of Fame. It's
but you couldn't deny Barry Bonds. You couldn't
no,
deny what
yes,
Barry
you
Bonds
could
was
if you wanted to. I said if that's what you want. I'm telling you, this is not about Bill Belichick being short with the media. This is about the cheating scandal. He got the largest fine in the history of the NFL for any head coach. That's what this is about. It is. All right. We're going to get some more calls. All right,
yeah, we'll
877-99 on Fox.
Call in if you want. We'll get to you on the other side of Trinity right now. Steve DeSager. Hey, Steve.
The Buffalo Bills promoted Joe Brady to head coach. He was their offensive coordinator. Brady replaces Sean McDermott, who made the playoffs in 8 of his 9 years there. Denver fired offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi and a couple of assistants. Head coach Sean Payton is the play caller there. The Broncos said today quarterback Bo Nix had a pre-existing ankle condition that made this month's fracture inevitable. Nix had surgery this past week, and that's when his condition was discovered. He's had several ankle operations over the years. The Jets fired offensive coordinator Tanner Engster, and 7 other assistants were let go last week, all of them just hired a year ago. The Steelers introduced new head coach Mike McCarthy, who said he definitely wants Aaron Rodgers back as his quarterback in Pittsburgh. McCarthy will call plays there. And yes, Coach Bill Belichick will reportedly not be elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. The class will be announced next week. In voting earlier this month, Belichick failed to get the minimum 40 out of 50 votes needed, and his cheating scandals with New England were discussed. Patriots owner Robert Kraft is also up for the Hall next week. Finalists in the coaches and the contributor categories are competing against senior finalists. To the NBA, Cleveland's Evan Mobley will miss 1 to 3 weeks with a strained calf. He is the reigning Defensive Player of the Year in the league. Denver's Nikola Jokic will be reevaluated next week. He's been out for a month with a bone bruise in his knee. Orlando's Franz Wagner will miss another game on Wednesday with an ankle injury. To college basketball, undefeated and 5th-ranked Nebraska is leading 38-33 at number 3 Michigan. About 6 minutes to go in the first half. About 6 minutes left in the first half at Oklahoma. The Sooners, 1-6 in conference, are leading 15th-ranked Arkansas 38-27. Rutgers, 2-7 in the Big Ten, leading at home against number 7 Michigan State at the half, 37-28. And Notre Dame, 2-5 in conference, leading at home against 17th-ranked Virginia, 31-15. In the NHL, among the 10 games tonight, it's currently LA Kings scoreless in the first at Detroit. U.S. women's soccer has an exhibition in Southern California later tonight with a new lineup against Chile. And the Houston Astros' Jose Altuve and Carlos Correa will reportedly miss the upcoming World Baseball Classic due to insurance issues. Back to you.
Steve, thank you. It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on the Trash Talking Tuesday. That's coming up next hour, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Right now, we are taking calls. Bill Belichick, as you just heard Steve mention, not getting in the Hall of Fame this year, so he will not be first ballot. I was shocked. Full disclosure, I was blown away. I looked at my phone. Wait, what? Didn't think that would happen. Thought it would be a shoo-in for him. So shocked that this happened. Didn't get the 40 votes needed of the 50. So we're taking calls. Did they get it right? Did they get it wrong? 877-99 on Fox. Rob, who we got?
All right. What about Adam in Charlotte? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Adam?
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
What's up, man? Doing great.
Good, man. I mean, you guys might have said this. I call it the tail end of the very first segment, but I feel like I heard Nick Wrong say this earlier in the year where he said they're probably going to maybe wait until Tom is eligible next year. Vinatieri is, probably not. If Vinatieri gets in this year, this kind of cancels the whole theory. But, that very rarely does the league get a chance to do something very, very special to commemorate a big-time group like with the Patriots. Everybody.
I don't buy that.
You know why that doesn't work? Because the writers don't operate like that with the league. They're not. The writers aren't trying to coordinate.
Thinking of some cute Cinderella story type
Adam
thing.
Vinatieri's been on the ballot for years.
Yeah.
He's been on the ballot.
Plus, I mean, it just.
Thanks for the call.
I think it's a louder indictment not getting Robert Kraft in. When you think if he was the orchestrator in the sense that I'm the owner, I bought in Bill.
But he's been on the ballot too.
And he's been ballot. He hasn't gotten in. Bill Belichick, I think this is a loud indictment saying at minimum, we're at least going to, quote unquote, discipline you the way we can for a year or so. If nothing else, we can't make you be pristine. And I think that's the minimum.
It tarnishes his reputation already. Not being a first ballot, 100%. People remember that.
6 rings as a coach and 8 as a total coaching.
Right. Remember, he got 2
with the
New
Giants,
York Football
defensive
Giants.
coordinator. 8 rings and I don't get in first ballot?
Come on.
That's a
Who
loud.
else is getting in?
Who else is getting in? If you're any other coach, you're like, oh, I ain't getting in.
All
Mike Tomlin somewhere like, I guess I ain't getting in.
Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple.
Ooh, Andre, how you feeling about this, Andre?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Yeah, calling in, checking in from the Commonwealth. And Rob, I just want to allude to what the other callers brought up. How Bill Belichick has treated the media, particularly the local media, WEEI, local guys, and that act that he's had for so many years, it's rubbed people the wrong way, point, period, end of story. Listen, Boston is the number one sports city. We can debate it, but number one sports city.
Detroit is, actually. Detroit is the number one sports town. It really is.
And this is coming from him who people say hate Detroit.
Right. No, but go ahead, Dre. I don't want to get off.
No. So we got fans that engage. We have a media that's voracious and is right there. Okay, and those nip and tuck battles over the years, big time.
They don't have that many votes though. He's 12, 13 votes off. So you can't. It's not Boston media voting on this. Right. Is what I'm trying to say, Dre. It's the national football writers. It's not just it's not loaded. Oh, they got 10 Boston writers who didn't vote for him. I don't. Correct. I don't believe that that's the reason.
No, I don't believe
the reason is the cheating. And the other one that probably, and Dre, you know this too, the whistleblower, Eric Mangini, was on his staff. This ain't no hearsay. Eric Mangini said, don't do that cheating to me when he was a coach of the Jets. That
understood. And that's why my secondary point is, Rob, again, this is the football writers saying we want in with the baseball writers as a serious Hall of Fame with real standards and real metrics, and it's not going to be a participation trophy for everyone.
This is in line with the baseball writers, no doubt.
Let me throw one at you, Rob.
Thanks, Andre.
To this whole notion of, he was bad with the media. Whenever he's up, do you think, unless I missed it if he already went in, so if I missed it, did Greg Popovich go in? I can't remember.
No, not yet.
So Greg Popovich, how is he with the media? Kind of grumpy, dismissive, do the little reporter thing.
Right.
Hey, you think he's going in?
No, yeah, he'll go in.
So my point is, just because somebody can be grumpy or dismissive, I don't think that's enough to not put somebody in the Hall of Fame.
Jordan in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jordan?
Oh, hey, Rob, Kelvin. I know this is like early Christmas for you, Rob.
Oh, are you kidding? Where's my pack of Cools and baby oil? Are you kidding?
But, no, I agree with Kelvin. I do think that Brady will get in first ballot, so it'll be 1 out of 3. But I wanted to ask you guys.
Are you so sure? I'm not sure. I don't know how because Brady got suspended, suspended, and Belichick didn't.
The only thing I can think, Rob, like I said, is because he's on the field. Like, he played the game. He was making the throws, making the plays, the decisions on the field.
If Brady didn't destroy his phone and all the elusiveness, I would agree with you.
Do you think the balls,
that hurts.
True story, if I'm just hanging out, we're all having pina colada, sitting somewhere on an island, and I say, did deflating the balls matter that much?
Yes.
Okay.
Rob G., you look it up. I think they only had one fumble that year with the deflated balls. That was huge.
Okay.
I'm
really asking.
They never lost the ball.
Yeah.
I think they had one fumble all year. Go ahead, Jordan. You got to finish up?
Oh, no, I meant to ask you guys. So of course, the cheating is 95% of the fact. But do you guys think any part of Belichick and Kraft not getting in is the massage parlor or the girlfriend, the goofy off the field stuff that started happening after the success?
No.
Minimal. I'm talking 0.2%.
I think it's the cheating.
I think it's the cheating.
There's a lot of guys with some checkered stuff going on.
Yeah, because if you start doing that, then you got to go down the line.
Thanks a lot, Jordan.
And you don't want to start doing that going down the line of people who, with those types of things.
Chris in Bakersfield, California. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Chris?
Gentlemen, good afternoon. Long time, first time. Finally get through to you guys. You guys are the best.
Wow,
appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Chris.
Hey. Listen, I just turned 65 2 months ago, and you guys drive me crazy sometimes. But Rob, I could not be with you more, brother. They don't have. He shouldn't be in at all. Cheaters don't have no business being in. And I'm sick. And you brought it up earlier. I'm sick and freaking tired of hearing about Barry Bonds. How many World Series has he got? 0. Shut up about he's a freaking cheater. The ball, what you just said. How many times did he fumble that year?
Yeah.
The Brady fumble was the deflated ball. Give me a break.
My thing is you got to be consistent. If you're going to hold Bonds and Clemens out, then Brady and Belichick should be held out as well. They all cheated.
Exactly. What you were saying earlier in the show. Or one of the callers may have brought it up. Well, the way they acted with the press, whatever. Okay, maybe so. But still, it's what you freaking did on the field. You cheated.
They cheated. There you go. Thanks for the call, Chris. Appreciate
Why
it.
did Beltran get in?
Huh?
Why did Beltran?
I have no idea because
that didn't stay. I know you did, but I'm saying that's Carlos Beltran. He cheated. He was part of the Astros.
He set it up
exactly. So I'm wondering how he got in. If we were talking about maybe for them it's what happened within the lines
first ballot.
or something.
It was fourth or fifth ballot for him. One last call, Jerome from Charleston. I know he's probably going to attack me or something, but we'll put him on anyway. Jerome, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
The only reason you don't like them is because they didn't play for the damn Giants, okay? That's the only reason.
They cheated, Jerome. Why don't you open your eyes? Open your eyes and call it straight, Jerome, for a change.
You want to put Eli Manning
He didn't cheat.
Apple turnovers
He didn't cheat.
In the Hall of Fame before Matt Stafford, okay?
He didn't
Eli
cheat.
Manning, 300 damn turnovers, okay?
He didn't cheat. He didn't cheat.
He in the Hall of Fame before Matt Stafford.
He didn't cheat.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Jerome, you're a cheater, too. You're a cheater. And you don't even know it. I grew up in Queens as a Jets fan, so you got the team wrong. I was never a Giants fan, and you're a cheater, too. I want the IRS to look at your taxes.
Well, Jerome, I will tell you this. He's going to try to sell you in this whole Queens and Mets and Jets.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was. Heavy on the was because you love you some Yankees.
Stop it.
Wait till baseball. We got a couple more months. Wait till baseball comes back.
You have a problem? Turn off your station.
That's right, Jerome. Turn off your station. Go listen to Jim Rome.
What's coming up? You gonna tell him he can't have a nice Valentine's Day? Because remember you told me he couldn't have a good Christmas.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what you
That's
told
the next
Jerome
one.
last time. All right. Hey, appreciate
I hope
the
you're
calls.
alone eating tuna fish by yourself.
On Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's. Then I won't wish you a nice happy Valentine's Day.
And
That's
not
what-
dolphin safe.
No, Dolph. Shout out to Flipper. Shekel City on the way, play of the day as well. And I want to throw something by you. Do you think a star athlete had a complaint about their particular sport? Was she right? We'll talk about that next as well. It's The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Did you say Flipper?
Let's take a jump in the hot tub time machine and find out what Rob Parker's been saying
This is so late.
about Sam
Alex,
Darnold.
Alex, don't hit the button. And I know all of the people decided this is the day that they were going to sing the praises of Sam Darnold, but I'm not one of them. Sam Darnold,
Okay.
I know they won the game, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give it to you real.
Okay.
Sam Darnold got bailed out. They let Sam Darnold off the hook. And I'm talking about for right now, because this still follows him. And the reason it still follows him, and I heard Colin recite a stat earlier, and other people were talking about it as well. First quarterback to win 12 games with two different teams. All right? That's not a badge of honor. It's an indictment of Sam Darnold.
It's an indictment that you won 14 games with two teams. It's an indictment that you threw 4,000 yards with two teams. It's an indictment you're going to the Super Bowl. Why are you indicting the man?
And here's the worst part about this. Kelvin thinks he's coming up on.
I just
on the come up today. This is it.
I just playing you.
But wait a minute. He's so into Sam Darnold that he picked the Rams to win the game and Matthew Stafford. That's how much he's into Sam Darnold.
And Sam Darnold.
Now he wants to celebrate
Yes,
Sam Darnold
because I've sat
the guy
next to
said
you
was going to the Hall
for
of Fame.
an hour and a half.
No, I want you to tell me
for
about
a year and a half.
Why didn't you pick him then to win if you're all in the
I'll
Sam
tell you,
Darnold
because
box?
I thought
Come
the
on.
Rams would be able to pull it off, which fourth down, they get it done, they do. Don't try to stuck away from this. Sam Darnold, I sat here for a year and a half with you telling, why can't the man have gotten better?
Because
why
he
can't the man
hasn't.
improve? Why can't the man 14 games with the Vikings? Didn't have a great game towards the end of the season versus the Lions. We know that. We saw that. Then he came back and did 14 games with another team. 2 whole franchises. And I said, if we played the whole clip, which we ain't got time to, then here's me say to you, Rob, at a certain point, why can't Sam Darnold just be good? He ain't got to be John Elway. He ain't got to be Aaron Rodgers. He ain't got to be Peyton Manning. Why can't he just be good? Sam Darnold can just be good. He doesn't have to be a top 5 quarterback in the history of the NFL, but he has been able to produce, and now for 2 franchises. And if you're the Vikings, you got to be sitting there saying, why, didn't we keep him? You didn't have to sign him for crazy, crazy money. You could have kept him for some decent money, like Seattle did, and therefore you could have been contending. Maybe it wasn't the Bears. Maybe it wasn't the Lions. Maybe it wasn't the Packers. It could have been you getting a shot to go to the NFC Championship game had you had a real quarterback. You wanted to not you. They wanted to ride it out with J.J. McCarthy. You did too, actually, is what I meant with saying them, but you rode with it too, and I didn't understand it. And then he went over there and had a good year, had a great game, the game of his life against his nemesis, who he's not played well against except for the second half of that fourth quarter, the last game. And so you got to give him some credit. You got to give him some credit.
I'm not giving him credit. Because
Why don't you give him some credit? In fact, in the clip online, that shout out to HRU Elijah, you said I will give him credit if he finally gets there.
No,
give him some.
I know. When he wins the Super Bowl and he's holding the trophy, then maybe.
Then maybe
that's it.
even.
But I got to see how they win. Now, here's my thing. Before you go celebrate Sam Darnold, he will be easily could happen, is he wets the bed in the Super Bowl, and then he'll come to life. He'll be the guy that everybody knows he's been. And then that conversation will change because this is a dude who's the Pillsbury Doughboy and had 20 turnovers, 36 turnovers in the last 2 years. That's not somebody you could trust. Yeah, they've won a lot of games, but he's turned the ball over a ton. I'm afraid of Sam Darnold. I expect him to turn into an apple turnover. I expect him to turn into a pumpkin. And if he does that on the biggest stage in the Super Bowl, I think everybody will change their tune. It's easy to celebrate the guy. Finish the job.
I agree with that. You don't want to just get there. And I'm sure they'll be probably 4.5. I said they'd be 4.5. I think they are. This is before I ever even know what Vegas said. 4.5. I think they might be able to pull it up by double digits the way that defense is.
I don't believe that, and I'm just saying this is my issue, is that he still has a propensity of wetting the bed, and the reason the Vikings moved off of him, and we've seen it. They regret that. He did it last year. They don't regret it. They did it last year.
Why don't they regret it?
They don't regret it.
I don't understand why they don't regret it. If they didn't regret it and they got Aaron Rodgers or something, okay, it makes sense on paper.
They didn't want to pay that guy. They didn't want to pay him. And at that time, he took a lesser contract to go to Seattle, and bravo to Seattle for doing that and not being on the hook. Rob G, they could even, if he was bad and say they lost in the playoffs, they could get out of that deal. It's not like some long-term
it will be now.
Contract. Well, we'll see what happens.
It don't matter now.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't matter. He just led his team to the Super Bowl.
Okay, guys have done that and they've never gotten back.
Fox Sports Radio, The Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday, an hour away from
less
that.
than a week from being in San Francisco.
All right, full disclosure. Why did I think that was 2 weeks? Like, it wasn't this coming week.
It's this week coming
Someone at TV said, wait, I set up a whole big thing. We're going to do an interview Wednesday. And the kid later, the producer, he said,
I was going to be at the Super Bowl.
Wait a minute. You're not here next week. I said, no, that's in 2 weeks. And he goes, no, that's next week. I'm like, no. And I said, wait, what? So, Rob, as of today, up until about 5 hours, 6 hours ago, I had no idea we were leaving next week.
Yes.
Y'all would have been up there without me.
Wow.
And I would have been like, what y'all mean? I'd have been at the studio, Alex, and me. You were like, where they at?
Hey, what are we doing?
Oh, my gosh. Thank God for shout out to Justin for reminding me. All right. By the way, we still got a lot going on next hour as well. We're going to get you updated for all of you who maybe just jumped in, didn't know. Bill Belichick, we'll kind of rehash that as well. We got Trash Talking coming up next hour. And in the final hour, we will have Mark Funky Medina talk some stuff going on in the NBA, some whispers about Giannis and whatnot. We'll have a conversation about that as well. It's now time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
Did I do that?
All right, what you do?
Did I do that? Did I do that?
Yes, I did.
First of all, hurry up and get done with this so I can have Alex play you 5 years ago when you sounded 26.
More will come out.
Listen.
And you will have more disdain for this franchise.
Who is this guy?
Is that me?
That is not you. I'm convinced it's not you.
I know. I sound like the Pillsbury Doughboy. I feel like that.
That is funny. Though. You must have been a $1.20.
Here we go. 1-2 last night. 31-21 overall on Shekel City.
Make some money.
Tonight, I'm taking the Suns minus 8.5. They're hosting the Brooklyn Nets.
Sound about right.
I'm taking the Pistons minus 7.5. They're in Denver, taking on the Nuggets.
Jokic list.
Yes, and I'm going to take the Clippers minus 7.5. They're in Utah to take on the Jazz.
They're playing well, man.
Yeah, they're making a move.
Yeah.
So again, Clippers minus 7.5. Pistons minus 7.5, and the Suns minus 8.5, taking all favorites. And remember, Kelvin.
What's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
All right. It's time now for your Tie Rack Play of the Day.
And there it is. Takes the knee, and that will do it.
The last 28 seconds will click off, and SMU wins their first bowl game in 13 years.
That was the wrong highlight, but that's okay. That wasn't Tyrek play of the day.
That was your play of the day. Hey, all right. The Tire Rack play of the day brought to you, of course, by Tire Rack. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive, ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. So, by the way, now, Rob G, I want to know, I'm like, what was it supposed to be?
Doncic, he's doubled up on the outside. Little Lucas step back, yes, sir, for the dime.
There you go. Okay, there's a Spectrum Sportsnet there for your Tire Rack play of the day. All right.
I do that?
Yo,
yes, you did. Did I do that?
I wanted to throw this one at you, Rob. So Coco Gauff, she lost. She got beat down actually by the number 12 tennis player in the world, Elena Svitolina.
Easy for you to say.
Yes, and she got smoked. I mean, it wasn't. It's 6 games in a set. Blah blah blah. 6-1, 6-2. She got smoked. She's third ranked. There's a moment where she walks off the court, she ducks, she goes back through all the tunnels, she tries to hide, goes way back in kind of an alleyway or, a hallway, if you will, and beats and breaks her racket. She's screaming, she's frustrated. And her whole thing was she broke her racket a couple years back, and she said, I never want to be that girl, breaking my racket, throwing these temper tantrums, so I want to go back, be private. And it's happened now where these big tournaments, especially Australian Open, they got cameras in the parking lot, they show you the player all your even personal moments. So I'm asking, do you think there should be, if you're Coco Gauff, one of the biggest and most, she made more money than any other women athlete in the world, by the way, last year. Do you think there should be some privacy? Like I left the court
at home. She's in a public place.
But she left the court. Went through the tunnel, went in the back. It'd be like if you walked all the way back there.
Is she not in a public place?
But can I have a locker room, if you will? No. Can I have a place where
go back to your locker room and close the door? They don't have one. Go to the women's room. They don't have cameras in there. If you really want to do that,
they might be wilding
nowadays. That's the one place. But it's like if you're in Las Vegas or you're anywhere, they have cameras everywhere. You're in a public place.
You are. I guess for me, the only thing is it's like when a player loses a big-time, horrible last-second touchdown or something, and then they put the mic or camera right in their face. It's like you might get something. So if you're the networks, be careful because you might get something.
But you might
get that camera on my face.
Did we not get Devontae Adams, like the emotion of him?
Yeah. No.
And that was good video and a good you realize how much hard work he put into it and what it meant to him. He wasn't some athlete who said, I'm getting paid regardless. I don't care if I get to the Super Bowl.
No, he's
0-5. He was hurt by that. And I thought that was great television.
The ridicule that you get, especially as tennis players, you temper tantrum, you're a baby, you're spoiled. I could see why she thought I'm doing, in her mind, the best thing. I thought I would get away from everybody, be alone, and have this private moment of disappointment. I can understand why she would want that. And so she wants to have a conversation with specifically the Australian Open and where they can get a little bit more privacy. I can appreciate why she would have that. A lot more coming up.
We are
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate,
son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Coach Bill Belichick will reportedly not be elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. The class will be announced next week. The Bills promoted Joe Brady to head coach. He was their offensive coordinator. The Titans' new offensive coordinator is Brian Daboll, former Giants head coach. Denver fired offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi. Head coach Sean Payton is the play caller there. The Broncos say quarterback Bo Nix had a pre-existing ankle condition that made this month's fracture inevitable. To college basketball, about to start the second half. Number 5 Nebraska leads at number 3 Michigan 50-48. Nebraska's 20-0 this year. Rutgers just 2-7 in conference, leads at home against number 7 Michigan State on FS1 right now. 51-44 Rutgers with about 11 minutes to go. Halftime at Oklahoma, the Sooners just 1-6 in the SEC, lead 15th ranked Arkansas 48-44. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number 2 on a Trash Talking Tuesday here on the Odd Couple. Don't forget, your chance to trash anyone, anything in the world of sports in about 40 minutes. We will not, NOT, interrupt you. It's your turn. Your time to shine. Don't forget the YouTube channel, Odd Couple. Again, just go to Odd Couple FSR and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Do it! That's right. Hit the thumbs up icon, especially if you're not close to another player on your team. I'm just saying.
The Knicks ain't been right since.
Hey, yo! I told you, Thumbgate has derailed the Knicks.
Well, don't do that because now none of them are going to get in the Hall of Fame. If you got a gate next to something, you ain't getting in the Hall of Fame now. Pick the gate.
Check us out on YouTube and watch us live right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR to join us. All right, Trash Talking coming up. We got that and plenty more in this hour number 2. And hour number 3 is going to be very interesting. We're going to talk about Aaron Glenn and black coaches in the NFL.
You don't like them.
That's black quarterbacks,
that's
right,
black
Rob G?
I jumped the gun. My bad.
It's hard for me not to like black coaches in the NFL. There just aren't that many.
You ain't got to like them. Ain't none.
Right? There aren't that many. Sorry about that.
Let's start a rule where you got to interview a bunch of them. We're going to try to get some more in the league.
Who are you, Steve Hartman?
20 years later.
Who are you, Steve Hartman?
In 1981, I was with the Raiders. And
I was wearing the same exact shirt.
I only wear black polos
then.
on Tuesdays. And, Rob, I used to run into Rob all the time in the press box. And I'd say,
my hair is just as jet black as it was 50 years
Stop
ago.
it.
Just saying.
Okay?
All right, Rob G. I know.
Caution.
Just because you sounded 20 years younger 5 years ago.
More will come out, and you will have more disdain for this franchise.
Disdain?
That was not you. That was your cousin. That was one of your nephews.
Rob G., Victor Wembanyama.
Whoa.
Everyone knows
play the song.
Wemby.
Yeah,
If you didn't love Wemby before, Rob G., this story
that's a great point. You're right about that.
will make you love Wemby even more because the kid's only 22.
Yeah, your favorite player in the NBA, Victor Wembanyama.
There you go, Wembanyama. I said it.
Became
right there
one of the few professional athletes, at least in the NBA, to come out and speak out against the murder of Alex Brady by ICE agents in Minnesota.
That's a sad story when you really look at that. And you know this, you do news in the morning. It's a sad story.
And Victor Wembanyama, you'll hear the sound in a second, admittedly said that the Spurs PR told him, don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Say something politically correct if you're going to talk about it. He met with the media today, and he let his thoughts be known. Take a listen.
PR has tried, but I'm not going to sit here and give some politically correct, Every day I wake up and see the news, and I'm horrified. I think that it's crazy that some people might make it seem like, or make it sound like it's acceptable. The murder of civilians is acceptable, I read the news, and sometimes I'm asking very deep questions about my own life. But, I'm conscious also that saying everything that's on my mind would have a cost that's too great for me right now. So I'd rather not get into too many details. It's terrible. I know I'm a foreigner. I live in this country. I am concerned for sure.
Can I do this?
Yeah, I'll join you on that.
I'm dead serious. A 22-year-old kid. Bravo. Bravo.
Foreigner, mind you. He hadn't grown up here with
not from
a
here.
massive history of American,
And you go to ask some of these other
history.
players, and they gonna go, "Oh, this is bad. It's a tough. It's bad. Oh, that's bad." They have nothing to say. This guy. This is. How do you not like this kid? How do you not like this kid? Seriously.
Well, I have a lot
He
to
didn't
say
go
about
after anybody.
Wembanyama.
It wasn't political. It's wrong. He's just talking about what happened. I didn't hear a Democrat, Republican. I didn't hear. It's wrong. Yes, you can say that. And if people have a problem with you saying that an innocent American citizen could be shot, gunned down on the streets of Minneapolis,
Mind
and
you,
we're
for
okay.
helping someone, too.
Yes, or a lady who was knocked down.
He was being pepper sprayed. Yeah, knocked down and then
You
pepper
know the
sprayed
details,
up.
but you get my point. You should be afraid to say that this is wrong.
And let's not listen. A lot of people too have issues with who are these ICE agents? Who are they? Rob, you don't know anything about the background. You don't know the mask that they're all hiding behind a mask.
Anytime people cover themselves, you
Yeah,
always
law
gotta be
enforcement is
suspect-
supposed to be the most upfront.
Yeah.
Here's my badge number. Here's my name. Here's what I am. Here's my department I'm with. Like,
Right.
what do they? Every movie you've ever seen, where they knock on the door, they show the badge. Like that's supposed to be who I am.
They don't put a hood on and then go like, no, you don't get to see my badge number. I'm with the police. Just open up.
For other reasons I can't go into, you know what I do. But if you really dive into also who they're hiring, we won't even go there.
Questionable, right. It's
We won't even go there. Victor Wembanyama is everything what you would hope for in a young athlete.
He's 22.
He's 22.
Oh my God, he's so grounded.
That's the perfect term. He is grounded. He is well-rounded. He's becoming, you can tell he wants to be well-read. He's studying it up, and you can tell he has conviction because you can tell he said, listen, and you know what I like too? One of my favorite parts about that? He said, I got a lot going on in my mind. I got a lot of thoughts, but I know the cost will be too big for me right now. You know why I appreciate that? Because that's an honest answer. Right now, he's like, dang, I don't want to fully go where I want to go. Because maybe
but
that's an honest answer.
But I'm still going to make a statement.
But I'm going to say something.
And he says, I watch the news
every day. And I see this. And he said civilians being gunned down. I applaud this young man for not being scared. I applaud this young man for being true to himself because at the end of the day, you have to go to bed with yourself and think, and be comfortable with whatever you did or didn't do. I applaud him. And the only thing I'll say, it is not about him. Everyone's going to say, well, yeah, so-and-so ain't saying something. So-and-so, I do wonder, and this is kind of a question for you and Rob G. Rob, both of you Robs. Is there any fatigue from a Steph, from a LeBron, from a guys who went crazy with the all the stuff that was happening in 26 with Colin Kaepernick, who then went crazy 4 years later, who went crazy with the summer of George Floyd, speaking up, Black Lives Matter. And I'm wondering if there's a fatigue from them of the cost. Like it costs me, whether it be sleep, time, money, effort, resource, maybe emotion, because I put all that into it and nothing's changed. And so that's the one reason why I'm always going to be hesitant to just why he's not saying so. Why did he say? Because those guys went crazy for about a 6 to 8 year span, speaking up, standing up, marching. We talked about the other day, Donald Sterling. They didn't just go, well, I mean, he will.
No, they said
we're not playing. They took the shirts off, and the players specifically in the NBA have been incredibly vocal. To even some people might be saying nauseum, say, oh my God, I'm tired of it. That's the only reason why I will cut a lot of them slack right now is that there may be a fatigue. They didn't sign up to be activists per se.
But it's not everybody. That's not even. I'm not expecting everybody to speak up.
Right.
But I'm not going to push back on somebody who feels that they
I love
should.
it. I love it. Is what I'm saying.
Doc Rivers. I could argue all day about him as a basketball coach in the last 10 years. Okay, and I'm not going to be on his side. Right. I'll be. Right. But when he stands up there and says, "What are we doing in this country where we're denying kids from eating?"
Yeah.
Like seriously. That's a real concern, and he felt, I have a platform. I'm going to speak out against us holding money as a government and punishing kids from eating breakfast and lunch.
And I'll give you another person, Steve Kerr. You
Kerr
can say a lot about him. We can question
I got
it. You
issues
can love
on
him.
Steve Kerr.
But Steve Kerr has never bit his tongue. And you know who I think is also weighing a lot on a young mind like a Victor Wembanyama? Greg Popovich. I would imagine he's had conversations with Greg Popovich or are very familiar now because he's in that family, that fraternity, the organization of the Spurs. And I would imagine he's either seen or spoke or been around or read some things he said.
Have you seen the video of
Pop? He didn't.
That was hard to watch.
Yeah, and the crazy part is I think that's better than what it was that they showed a few last week. So yeah, all the best out to Pop, but I absolutely believe that he's learned from Pop. Speaking up when you have a chance. If it's on your mind, let it off. You're a human as well. You're allowed to have emotions. You don't have to be so politically correct because such and such buys shoes and I don't want to offend people. And every now and again, you got to do what you want. And I've had a conversation several times with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Had him on the show live during the summer of George Floyd. He answered the phone. We called him breaking news. It was when the whatever you want to call them, protest riots, all this thing was happening down in Santa Monica here in Southern California. And I asked him on the air, Robert said, why do you feel the onus is oftentimes on the black athlete? to have to speak up to everything. And he just spoke on, he said, because for his, and he was young. Remember the boycott in the Olympics?
Yes,
he was young. And he said he felt like he needed to. He felt he had a voice. He felt he had the privilege to be in this position to try to speak up for people.
Everybody doesn't have a platform. And like there could be plenty of players who could say something and it'll fall on deaf ears.
Yep.
And sometimes, not everybody, and I get that. Michael Jordan was criticized during his time when he was criticized about just worrying about selling T-shirts and sneakers.
Not wanting to offend somebody.
Yeah,
if
like,
I say
like
something,
the whole thing,
I'm
right,
50%. I'm going to
right,
send somebody.
Right, and you can't live like that. You know what I mean? And that wasn't his thing. He was criticized for it, and he moved on.
And he knows it.
Okay.
He said he's more of a, what do they need? Okay, here's 50,000. Here's 100,000. I'd rather write a check.
He's built a hospital
he's
in
done
Charlotte.
A bunch of stuff.
He's done a lot of stuff to help people. So I'm not sitting there. That speaking out was not his strong point, but I'm never going to bash somebody who has an opinion about.
Let's not even go to Muhammad Ali, the GOAT of speaking up and standing on business.
If you would have told people Muhammad Ali was a draft dodger and hated in this country, okay? And he lit the Olympic torch. If you would have told me that in
1976,
that he would light the Olympic
20
torch,
years later,
it wouldn't. People would tell you crazy.
And that's what I think Victor
way.
Wembanyama is understanding, that standing on truth, standing on what you believe, standing with conviction. Ultimately, you win in the end. It might be hot. The kitchen might get a little hot. People might be on your head.
Always remember this. People always, you should. What side of history will you be
100%,
on?
100%.
Like there are a lot of people, right? Even today, you do all this wilding and all this crazy stuff, right? And treating people a certain way. Dude, there comes a reckoning and a history. And you don't know where you'll be. Like, are we on the right side of history or the wrong side of history? And during slavery in this country, there were a lot of white people who helped black people, in the slave
Underground
Railroad, all kinds of stuff. Yes, there were.
A lot of people, because at some point they said, okay, this is going, this is not right.
They were on the right side of history.
Yeah,
they were.
This was not right. Last thing for me with Victor Wembanyama, speaking up about this, I love it. And he's everything that's right. He's 22. What else does he do? He plays hard as heck on both sides of the court, plays defense. He speaks out about things. He plays offense. He loves his team. They just asked him about the All-Star game. They say, well, how do you know? What if they don't play hard? He said, basically, I don't give a dang what they going to do.
I'm going to play.
I'm going to be playing hard. He wants to play as much as he can. Obviously, the Spurs organization is trying to, be smart with his minutes and all that. He's a big fella, and he's had some health issues. Everything is what you would hope for. He's competitive. They asked him, they looked dead in Malik Andrews, I believe it was, looked dead in his eyes and said, who's the best player in the NBA? And he said so-and-so. He said, but when I'm healthy, it's me.
I love that.
He is everything you'd want in a superstar or face of the NBA. I love it, and I applaud that young brother for that. And he was standing on business and standing on truth, and I ain't mad at him. More from the Odd Couple right now. We got to get to, of course, don't forget, we got Trash Talking coming up in about 30 minutes or so. Stick with your boys on a Trash Talking Tuesdays. Rob and Kelvin, Fox Sports Radio. Ben Roethlisberger, he's been very vocal, obviously. His post-career, talking a lot, doing shows, podcasts and whatnot, and he had some things to say about how to start a team.
Yeah, he had something to say about the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're going through it right now. They don't got a head coach. As far as we know, they've got a quarterback. And so there's a lot of conversation around them and what they should do to kind of jumpstart that organization again. And what he said about this current Steelers situation, I think applies to a lot of teams in the NFL. Take a listen.
I would not draft a quarterback for at least 2 to 3 years. That's just my opinion. The issue that I see with a lot of teams is they get a quarterback and they try and build around that quarterback. I think it should be the other way around. I think you should build a team and put your quarterback in it. It happened to me. I had a great football team. They plugged me in. We had a veteran group. It works. It works better than trying to grab a quarterback and be okay, we're going to build around this quarterback, because then it's going to take you 4 or 5 years to build around that quarterback. He's probably going to look like poo up to it, and then you're like, is he really our guy? Is he not our guy?
That's the key part for me, Rob G, that last part right there. Well, I think if we all got to heaven and we could like replay life and be like, what would have been like if this, option A, or what would have been like if I went down this? How many quarterbacks aren't as bad as we thought they were? I'm not saying everybody. There clearly some people just aren't good. They maxed out in college. They peaked and all that. But there's some that I just wonder, they weren't as bad as the situation they were in. Sam Darnold being an example, right? Not saying he's a Hall of Famer, but he looks like a quality quarterback for the next handful of years, right? Baker Mayfield in some situations. Bryce Young. You know, if Bryce Young were to go and be somewhere else, well, we all of a sudden go, man, Bryce Young actually pretty good. Like, he was a Heisman winner. He was good in college, has peaks and periods where he's good now. And I look at that to Ben Roethlisberger's point. He was fortunate enough to come into a situation, defense great, running game great. You had Jerome Bettis, you have Fast Willie Parker, you have receivers, you have a veteran presence, you got a good coach and Bill Cowher. Like, he walked right into a good situation. Russell Wilson walked right in, Legion of Boom, beast mode, running backs, you got receivers. You walk in, and all we need you to be quality. Tom Brady. Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick. Like, we knew, okay, he could play a little bit. Obviously, I saw him at Michigan. You get in a good situation, Bledsoe goes down, you get in. And I'm just wondering, I'm more of his alignment of, or thought process of building a team, establishing a team. We got a team. We have what we are. We have an identity. I like where we're going. We got a guy come in, and he's going to be able to grow with us and be good with us, versus just trying to go get a number 1 pick, and your team is trash. Your foundation is trash. Your coaches are trash, and you're scrambling. You don't know what you're doing, and it's wash, rinse, repeat over and over and over. I much rather build up. And you see how the Ravens have been able to do that over the years. You see the Patriots, now they're right back, they've been doing. And look at the teams in the Final Four right now of the NFL.
Yeah, the Rams. Go ahead, tell me. Rams?
I'm glad you said that. That's exactly what the Rams did.
Yeah, okay.
Want to tell you how?
Yeah,
the Rams did that. They built a team, and they had Jared Gauff in there. They go to the Super Bowl, they lose. You know what they did? They had a team and establishment. They get Matthew Stafford, and they're right back there.
Now,
and they're
this
able
whole
to do
argument by you and Ben Roethlisberger is ridiculous.
Okay.
It's dumb.
Tell us how.
Okay, because most teams, and we talk about NFL Sunday all the time, that if you don't have a quarterback, your season's over and you don't matter. And you could talk about build your defense first. The freaking New York Jets built a number 5 defense, and then they added their quarterback. What did it get them? Nothing, because they didn't have the right quarterback. So they had a good defense, and they did exactly what he said. The Texans aren't going to the championship round or have a chance at the Super Bowl. You know why? Because they didn't have quarterback play. They built a defense, okay? They had a quarterback. So, and you can sit here and handpick a couple situations and say, yeah, you should do it this way. If you do not have a quarterback, I don't care about your defense. I don't care about your special teams. I don't care about your coach. You will not win most times. The teams that have won, and we talk about the Ravens and some of those with the all-time great defenses and a quarterback that doesn't hurt you, but not a superstar quarterback, they have won. There are different ways of building teams. But without a quarterback, Joe Burrow just showed up. He played 8 games his first year. Did anybody think that, Rob G, I'll ask you, did you think the Bengals were going to the Super Bowl when Joe Burrow showed up? Do you remember everybody told him what? Don't go there. Don't go to the Bengals. He went anyway. And guess what? He changed everything overnight. And he played 8 games his rookie year, went to the Super Bowl the next year. So I'm just telling
you said
it
that.
ain't just
the
one
Bengals
way.
ain't did nothing since, and they look terrible because they don't have an established thing.
Answer me the Jets. Answer me the Jets.
Which Jets are you talking about? Are you
The
talking
Jets
about the Mark Sanchez Jets? What are you talking
No,
about?
I'm talking about the Jets that built that defense when they went and who was it, Zach Wilson? With Robert Sala. They had a number 5 defense. So their team was built. You knew what they were, just like you just said. They didn't do anything, is what I'm saying, because they didn't have a quarterback.
Okay, DJ Ali Alex, Fox Sports Radio. Hey, on a Trash Talking Tuesday, which is coming up here in about 22 minutes or so. And have you wiped with a piece of dry toilet paper? And then you wondered to yourself, Rob, you said, that's what it sounded like, right? Is this as good as it gets? Well, the answer is it is not. Switch to life-changing, wet extra large flushable dude wipes because wetter just cleans better. Available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes. Best clean, pants down. All right.
I am moist after that.
Well, that's why you got dude wipes.
Hey,
so
Rob,
take
check
care
this
of it.
out. You ready?
Let's hear this.
Elijah, put the camera on me.
Put the camera on Alex.
What is that?
Dude wipes.
Dude
What do you
wipes.
mean? What is that?
Wait a minute. Where'd you get the dude wipes?
I know people. And I don't use 76s.
All right, put the camera back on.
Wait a minute. Can I?
Why we can't get
Alex,
dude wipes?
Alex, can I try that? Can you come in here?
You want to try one, Rob?
Well, I don't want to know. Like, do it
Okay.
at home. Talk
Kelvin,
to
watch out. Rob, bend over.
Never mind.
Listen, all you got to do, your
Never
pants
mind.
might fall down. Can't believe you mooned me that day. What the heck was
My
going
pants,
on? Man sat up here and mooned me.
I stood up and my pants.
He stood up, his pants went down to his ankle. I said, hey, now.
All
Hey,
right.
yo. Rob G, we got some breaking news here that we got to get back to. Just for those, obviously, who either didn't hear, have heard, and just can't wait to hear the Odd Couple talk about it. Break it down, Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick and his, 8 Super Bowls as a coach. Some as a head coach, some as a defensive coordinator. By many accounts, the greatest coach in NFL football history was not NOT elected into the Pro Football Hall of Fame on the first ballot. There's conflicting reports about who was the one who led the charge against him, but long story short, he needed 40 votes, didn't get the 40 votes.
That's a lot of people not voting for him.
I mean,
when you think about that, because there's only 50
Belichick,
voters, right?
NOT in the HOF.
Yeah.
Can I say this?
What you got to say?
I think they're tied to the hip. I think that if you're doing this to Bill Belichick, you got to do this to Tom Brady.
He's got bubble guts right now. His stomach bubbled when he heard
right?
this news.
I
Yeah.
really believe like they're tied. And people say, well, he went to Tampa. No. It's not about winning, because Bill Belichick won more than him. He won 8. Okay, two as a
Defensive coordinator.
defensive coordinator and 6 as a coach. So technically he has 8 Super Bowls to Tom Brady's 7. It ain't about winning Super Bowls. It's the cheating part. And Bill Belichick never got caught, never got suspended. Tom Brady got suspended for 4 games.
No, it's real. And that's why I said I wonder if Tom Brady's sitting here today with bubble guts. Like, oh, shoot. Like, okay, Kraft hadn't got in. He's really wants. It's not like he doesn't care. He wants to get in and hasn't.
And
Bill
he's
Belichick,
an 80-something-year-old owner.
You think they would have thrown a favor by now,
right?
right? No, he's an 80-something-year-old owner. He hasn't gotten in. Bill Belichick on his first attempt, we all kind of assumed. I mean, I know you didn't want him. Like, if you were a betting man, you would have bet he got in, even if you didn't want him to today, right? Don't do that.
No. I said I wouldn't vote.
Right,
but
you would assume.
yes.
Exactly.
I'm shocked.
And even
that
if he
the Pro
got
Football
46
writers-
votes, right? There's a Rob
I'm
Parker.
shocked, right.
There's 2 or 3 other people, and they say, no, I'm not voting him in. But we all would have thought he got in. First ballot, 6 rings as a coach, 8 total, 2 defensive coordinator for the Giants. He's getting in. When people say, who's the best coach? Most people, 9 out of 10, usually say him. So you'd assume he got in.
I would say Marv Levy, but that's another story.
Marv Levy sitting here. I can't 100 years old, Marv Levy.
Leave me alone, right?
Leave me alone. But this, to me, I wonder if Tom is like, oh, shoot, would they keep me out? And the other question is, or is this just a Rob, one of those, you know what, dang it, I ain't going to lie. Both of y'all are great. I know it. And I know with or without the cheating, you would have won a few. Maybe you don't win 6, you win 3 or 4. But I got to put some type of stain on you. You can't go in unblemished. And I'm wondering if at the least this is what this is. Dang it, neither one of y'all going in spotless. You cheated the game. It ain't fair. I got kids or grandkids, and I don't want them to think cheaters win. So dang it, you ain't going in first ballot. Now you get in next time. We know who you are, Tom Brady. We know who you are, Bill Belichick. But dang it, I got to put some type of mark on you. I got to stain that all-white suit a little bit.
The same should go for Tom Brady. Tom Brady should be in the same exact situation. And if they've kept Kraft out and they've kept Bill Belichick out, they have to keep Tom Brady out. Otherwise, you're not consistent. Seriously. Because if you put Tom Brady in, what are you saying? I don't even know what your vote is.
Right.
Seriously. They're tied at the hip. Tom Brady, when they stole the defensive signals, that helped Tom Brady as an offense.
Without a doubt.
What are they running? Okay, they're running, right? Whatever defense they're running. Man coverage. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm running zone. So I can change the way I'm going to go about it. That's going to help you. And Tom Brady getting suspended for those 4 games is worse than anything that Bill Belichick did. He got fined.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get suspended, and the league could have suspended him like they did, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Sean Payton for Bountygate.
Yeah.
He got suspended by the league. So today, I always thought baseball writers were the greatest. Today, pro football writers are the greatest. Today, they take the day.
Yeah.
Because I'm shocked that
blown
they
away.
had the
Cojones.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
I'm legitimately blown away. When that came up, that alert on my phone, there's no way. Because it was a foregone conclusion.
People are pissed. I've been getting, my phone has been ringing off the, text off the hook. My friend, I can't get with this. This is wild. I can't believe they're doing this to Bill. Like people are pissed.
How far away, Rob G, are we from Tom? Would he be up next year?
Well, he reset the
with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, but what? Okay, but that was what?
It's 5 years.
That was 20. What was that? 2021, 22.
Efforting. 2028, he'll be eligible.
All right, 2028.
So you got a couple
2 more
years.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
And some voters will die by then. He'll be first ballot.
And by that time, somebody's going to write a book. Because as long as Eric Mangini ain't going nowhere, and that, to me, I don't care what anybody says, he is the kryptonite against Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. Because he's not some outsider saying
right there.
He's a whistleblower with a big whistle. And when he was coaching the Jets, he called them out on what they do. You could go ahead and ignore and act like, oh, well, everybody. No. You think if everybody did it, Eric Mangini would have done that?
No. I do believe that all teams may find a way to do things a little differently, but not on that level. And for him to call it out and say, hey, be aware of this. I know what they do. I was there. I seen it.
Right.
I seen it.
He's a disciple. He's a Bill Belichick disciple. This
is big, Rob. I'm going to be honest, because, again, the question will be coming. We'll have to wait 365 days. Is this just all right, I got to do something to you. You can't go imperfect. You'll get it. Or is this like a baseball for some voters, Barry Bonds ain't getting in. But if you think about Barry Bonds ain't getting in. But look at these new numbers. Barry Bonds, well, technically he never really, Barry Bonds ain't getting in. Is it one of those? Or is it just,
and remember,
all right, no first ballot, but you get in?
Barry Bonds got up to almost 70%. You need 75.
Yep,
so it wasn't like he didn't get any votes. He just didn't get to 75. And again, you need 40 of the 50.
And we don't know. It could have been 20. I don't know. Was it 39?
Right,
was he right there and needed one more? I don't know. Because maybe there was a concerted effort of, man, we're not questioning. We know you were good, but that doesn't mean we have to put you in here. Because some people do stand by the code, the ethic, the ethos, the morality of it all. That's why they didn't want to put T.O. in first ballot. He was drama and all this other stuff.
Right.
First ballot talent. We all knew T.O. first ballot.
It took him like 4 times. All right, Rob G, what you got?
Question for you guys, and you'll get your answer on the other side of Steve's award-winning update. But when the news came down, it was almost universal, save for Rob Parker, who's been holding firm for years now.
Yes.
J.J. Watt, Damian Woody.
What they all say? Wow.
Adam Schefter. The friend of the show, Mike Sando.
All stunned.
Right. Stunned, saying, what kind of cowards are you to not elect Bill Belichick on the first ballot?
They're not cowards.
So here's my question to you guys. What was it the fact that he has so many, or is it the fact that he has so many Super Bowls, that Football America, almost to a man, is willing to overlook all the cheating?
Yep.
We'll tell you that on the other side. Right now, he is Steve DeSager, and he has what's trending.
Whole lot of close college basketball games going on right now. Final seconds before the half. At number 2, UConn, Connecticut only leads Providence 41-37. Providence 2-7 in the Big East. Right now, final 30 seconds on FS1. Rutgers at home still leading number 7 Michigan State 70-69. Top 5 matchup at Michigan being led by Nebraska, which is 20-0, ranked 5th in the country. Nebraska leads at number 3 Michigan 66-59. 8 minutes to play. Oklahoma at home only trailing 63-61 against 15th ranked Arkansas. 9 minutes to play. And at Notre Dame, 12 minutes left. The Irish still ahead of number 17 Virginia 52-48. Among the NBA games, Washington 69-63 leaders over Portland in the third quarter. Wizards have lost 9 in a row. The Knicks late first half lead 50-44 against Sacramento, which has lost 5 straight. Philadelphia out to a 30-27 lead on Milwaukee late first quarter. Cleveland's Evan Mobley will miss 1 to 3 weeks with a strained calf. He is the reigning Defensive Player of the Year in the league. In the NHL, among the 10 games, currently it's Nashville getting shut out at Boston. Bruins 2-0 in the lead late second period. LA up 1-0 at Detroit late second period. Coming up at the Australian Open, a quarterfinal tonight with number 4 Amanda Anisimova of the U.S. against fellow American and number 6 seed Jessica Pegula. That's due to start in about a half an hour. Right now, Elena Rybakina leads number 2 Iga Swiatek 5-4 in the first set. Coach Bill Belichick will reportedly not be elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. The class will be announced next week. The Bills promoted Joe Brady to head coach. He was their offensive coordinator. The Titans' new offensive coordinator is Brian Daboll. Denver fired offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi. Head coach Sean Payton is the play caller there. The Jets fired offensive coordinator Tanner Engstrom after 1 year. Back to you.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a Trash Talking Tuesday. About, 10 minutes or so away from that?
Yeah,
what you got
please start lining up.
Yeah, you can line up 877-99 on Fox, 877-99
Do
on
it!
Fox.
Do it!
And
Just
have you ever did it? I'm talking about wiped with a piece of dry toilet paper and think, man,
Alex,
this
bring
gotta be
that.
better
Let me
than
see.
this.
Bring that here. Let me.
Yeah, I got a couple in my
You got? How did you? Everybody has one.
because
but me?
we had a box here for months, and I took a couple, and I keep
Well,
them on hand.
why didn't I get it in?
I don't know, but I don't have a pack like he has. I just had the little small one, like a one single serve
Alex,
kind of a
let me
thing.
have one. Let me have one sheet so I can feel it and see what it looks
Okay,
like.
hold on. Just don't use it. Go save it for your own private time. Speaking of, back to Dude Wipes. Switch to life-changing Wet Extra Large Flushable Dude Wipes because wetter just cleans better. Available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down, and Rob Parker is about to test it to see. Don't wipe me with that. Don't don't do that. Go ahead, use one. Wipe your nose or something. Wipe the clean up some of the desk here.
Can I wipe my face with
Yeah,
this?
go ahead.
See what the
Yeah, you weren't supposed to wipe your face with it.
Rob, it's
No, I'm just
fragrance-free.
playing.
It's good for
I'm
you.
just
It's
messing with
good.
you. You got nervous for a minute.
Oh man,
Look at you.
It's healthy.
Yeah, look at you.
Oh,
All right.
God.
You acting like you were me today, like you
Look like
wiping
you
up
just
all
got
that
home
TV
from the
makeup.
Golden Girls cruise.
You didn't have a TV hit today.
Oh no, that's tomorrow morning. Yes.
Wait, is it fragrance free? I thought that was the point of it. Have a little
No,
man
it's-
scent to it.
No, does it?
It's supposed to got a little
All
man.
right, Dude Wipe
No?
feels good.
All right, shout out to Dude Wipe.
Fragrance-free.
All right, Rob G. re-asked that question. Oh, he's on the phone right now. Well, the question was simply, why do we feel people are overlooking?
Yeah, because they
Belichick?
are flabbergasted that he didn't get in first ballot. Like, you would have thought somebody killed their dog collectively.
Because they thought that the pro football writers would just rubber stamp them in.
But is it that?
That's what it is.
But he said-
I
I
guess
think
my
the-
question is cheating or those specific scandals not as big of a deal for football fans as it is in other sports?
I'll say this. I don't believe Deflategate for most people is that big of a deal.
He got suspended.
No, I'm not
though.
questioning. I get you. I'm answering
I'm
this
just
question.
saying, like,
Why
I
I
don't-
think of J.J. Watt, why I think name some other the players you talked about, I think they're going to look at it as, okay, his ball was harder. Some people like harder. Some like softer. It doesn't matter.
But that's why there's a rule on
I
why it
agree.
is.
I agree. But I think they're going to be like, man, I had to make that tackle, and I did or I didn't. He had to make that catch, and he did or he didn't.
You don't
he
think,
had to make that
but
throw,
the
and he
Eric
did or he didn't.
Mangini stuff, you don't think that I'm
I am.
just trying to like
Here's
you can
why-
say all you want.
Right.
Eric
but I'm going to tell you
Mangini's
why.
one of his
I'm going to tell you
disciples.
why. It's because he won 6. Had he won 1 or 2, and it happened the year of Bountygate and Deflategate, then you can say, oh, those two wouldn't have happened if. But it's the fact that they won 6. It's the fact, and the one saving grace for Tom Brady is that he went to another team and won again. So even if you just took all his numbers, everything, and you said screw the Super Bowls with the Patriots, but he's got these good numbers, and then he still won one with Tampa, then he kind of would be in a good position. So I think that's a saving grace for him, is that he can say, I even won away from here.
But it's not about winning. It really is.
I'm answering why I think players don't.
But I'm trying to see where the writers who voted
Yeah.
against him. As I told you, I wouldn't have voted for Pete Rose even if his name was on the ballot.
Uh-huh.
They put it on, which they didn't, and he passed away.
Yeah.
Because of what he did at the time and the rules of the game. And the same thing here. I think that Tom Brady, to me, should have even a harder time than Bill Belichick because he was suspended and disciplined by the league. That's like the A-Rod for me. Why did you vote for Bonds but not A-Rod?
Right.
Okay? Because Bonds never got suspended by Major League Baseball,
And A-Rod,
never tested
2-3
positive.
times?
He got suspended for 200 games.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I do, but I'm answering why I think players don't view it like writers would. I think players because I think they hold themselves to like, I did it on the field and I should have sacked Brady.
No, but they just believe like they have skin in the game. They know these guys. Yeah. Oh, he's a great coach. I can't believe they did that to him. No. Rather than we're the guys who said this is what happens when you cheat. This is what happened. There are consequences. You're the same. TJ Watt, I don't know. Does he have kids? Seriously.
I actually don't know. I don't know.
But I'm just trying to say, when you're teaching, you have 3 daughters. There are consequences in life. Don't cheat on the test.
Right.
Don't cheat. Don't cheat to get into college. Don't cheat on your exam. Right?
Yeah.
You're teaching your kids all the time about that. And if you do and get caught, guess what? These are the consequences. You're going to get expelled from school. You're going to get an F on your report card. Right? You beat that into your kids about cheating, and then when it comes to this, you're acting like it doesn't matter. It can. It's a contradiction.
Rob G, let me ask you too, both of you. Do you also think they look at it as, and I'm going like maybe the broader players and maybe the coaches as well, they view it a little differently than obviously, again, writers or maybe the average person, because you think there's an element of them that, I know I done cheated a time or two, and whatever that may be, took something I wasn't supposed to, I got away with it. We have our own weird Michigan football, with the whole the going to other teams and recording, and maybe just you think there's an element of like, I know, hey, we didn't push the line a little bit, we didn't did a little, something just didn't. And so you're almost saying I can ignore that because subconsciously.
Well, here's my pushback and why I don't buy it, because when Barry Bonds had 2 chances where the players had a right to vote him in, and guess what they did? They didn't vote him in.
Okay, but we also hear reports, depending on who you listen to in baseball, that they got up to 60, 65, 70% of players are using.
Okay, wait, but the players, when they had their chance, didn't vote him in either. And this whole report about, who was it, Bill Polian or whatever, or Tony Dungy or whoever, there might be some coaches who are like, dude, I did it by the book.
Listen, Tony Dungy seemed like he would be that guy.
Right, Rob G? Right? I mean, there could be some, and then there are other people. I don't know what the number is, but I got a feeling that it probably wasn't by the skin of his teeth. I just, because you're talking about 10 votes short? That's just at
least 10.
At least
and does 10 turn to
could,
15? Does 10 turn to 20? You don't know.
Well, to that point, because of how this whole conversation started, where everybody was flabbergasted that it happened, I believe that whoever it was, if it wasn't Bill Polian, if it wasn't Tony Dungy, again, there's a social media swelling that it was Robert Kraft himself that said, I can't let him get in before me because I'm more responsible.
I don't believe that.
I mean, they have beef. Like, that's well documented that they do not get along.
But I just can't believe he would sway writers.
So my thing is, whoever was leading the charge had to reiterate to these writers, they cheated. We have to reprimand cheating. We can't let this continue moving forward. Because if we allow this to get by,
right,
where do we draw the line?
And it sent shockwaves. I'm telling you.
Oh, it did.
Like seriously. Because you could act like, oh, it don't matter if he gets in the next time or the next time, whatever. It tarnished. That's
100%.
why it tarnished him. Like, not a first ballot?
Because it relitigated. It relitigated it. It made you oh, shoot, he did. What was he doing again? Oh, it's Spygate. You relitigated. All right,
we're going to get to you.
We'll take a break from this for a little bit and let you call in, and maybe this is what you want to talk about. You want to trash it. 877-99 on Fox. 877-99 on Fox. Trash Talking Tuesday. We'll take your calls next. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Considering that all for the last, 9 days, anyone was talking about was, hey, no Bo Nix could be a problem for the Denver Broncos. Not for Sean Payton. Sean Payton's like, no, we got nothing but confidence in Stiddy. Jarrett Stidham's going to do what he has to do. We're going to win this game. Our fans are going to have plenty of time to relax before the Super Bowl. Well, lo and behold, Sunday afternoon against the vaunted New England Patriots defense, outside of maybe a drive and a half, Jarrett Stidham and that Broncos offense did not a damn thing, right? They didn't get inside the New England 20
For
2.5 quarters. Okay? They had just 32 net yards of offense in the second half to go along with 1 first down. And a lot of it came down to a single play call, 4th and 1, about 8 minutes left in the second quarter. They're up 7-0. Jarrett Stidham got him down inside the red zone. Had a chance to go up 10-0 if they take the field goal instead. Calls a play action. Stidham incomplete. The rest is history. Here's Sean Payton talking about that controversial decision after the game.
Just felt like, man, we had momentum to get up 14. It felt like we had a good call. Where were we at yard line wise there?
Around 20.
Yeah, I think the feeling was, man, let's be aggressive. To get up 14, I was just watching the way our defense was playing.
Poppycock, boulder dash, dumb coaching, plain and simple. You got a backup quarterback who hadn't thrown a pass since the Louisiana Purchase. What's the difference between 10-0 and 14-0? It's 2 scores. It's still 2 scores. Come on, dude. You know the bad weather's coming. You want to have some momentum? You score on your first 2 drives with a rookie, with a backup quarterback at home. The crowd's into it. After you gave up that scoring opportunity, you just score again. Think about that. What are you doing? Sean Payton. Genius my ass.
Oh, that was funny. That was super. Yeah, that was
because
like Karen and Ken.
Because that's Sean Payton. Oh, you hear people talk about him all the time. Sean Payton is this. Sean Payton is that. Oh, look what he did. He threw Russell Wilson out, and now look where he is. He's going to the Super Bowl, and he's done this and done that. No, he blew his opportunity. He let his team down. If you're a Broncos fan, I would be pissed. Why not take the points? We're going to get into this later this week with these coaches and not taking
Dude, I've been screaming it
all
season.
The Rams could have taken points. Ben Johnson and the Bears could have taken points, and they would have wound up winning that game against the Rams if they took points early in that game. Dude, but Sean Payton, I'm sorry. I keep telling you. Everybody makes it like he's this genius, and him and Mike McCarthy are the same guy. Go look at it. Google it. Go look at their stats, their winning percentage. They both won 1 Super Bowl. Go look. He's still living off that onside kick for the second half of the Super Bowl. Is that what we living on? Still? That's it. Is that what we are? I'm sorry. He blew it. Bad coaching. And sometimes a lot of people say, well, it's the players who determine it. You know what? Sometimes it's bad coaching, and that was bad coaching.
That was bad coaching, and especially, Rob, when you look at the circumstances. I tell you all the time, it's circumstantial. Situational football. You know you have a backup who hasn't played in 2 years. You knew the situation.
You knew the weather.
You knew the weather was coming. And for you to have a chance with that defense to go up 10-0 in the second quarter, how do you not take that? You take the points, you're up 10-0, back up, and your defense is going crazy at home, your crowd's going crazy, and you have an opportunity to put all the pressure on the number 1 seed, the Patriots. They're supposed to win this. They've got an MVP candidate. They've been the best team in the conference, and the pressure is solely on them to have to score twice. And mind you, you're going to get the ball back, and you have an opportunity to put up more. So that's a massive missed opportunity. Alex. You know what? We do need a little palate cleanser with some Sade. Come on, Rob. Put your headphones on. You're missing Sade.
You know this is my girl right here.
Greatest songs ever. There must have been an angel.
All right. We got trash talking. I love it.
All right.
We got to replay. We got to get back to this at 6 o'clock.
All right,
6 o'clock hour,
Rob,
9 o'clock hour.
Look at the sky.
Come on,
all right, it's
come
the
on.
odd couple. Rob and Kelvin on a almost said Worship Wednesday. Trash Talking Tuesday. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. What an amazing song. Trash Talking Tuesday.
Don't you ever talk about me.
It's Trash Talking Tuesday.
It's your teeth, Reggie. I don't know whether to smile at you or kick a field goal, man.
All right, let's get it kicked off on Trash Talking Tuesday. How about Maurice in Virginia? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Maurice?
I'm trashing you, Rob. What if I told you three?
Wow.
What if I told you 3 Super Bowl winning head coaches all said we did the same thing in reference to Bill Belichick and recording? And anyway, apparently you can record. It's all about the angle and whatever you're recording. It's weird. It didn't make sense to me when I heard it. So, but yeah, there's no such thing as Deflategate as well. You've had Mike Florio on. He's said it, So I mean, hey.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
There you have it. You can't N-O-T, can't talk back. Who next?
How about Q in Arizona? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Q?
What's happening, fellas? How y'all doing?
Doing good, great. Q.
Yeah, man. Hey, I hope y'all don't gate me, but the ratings just went up as soon as I got on the phone. So, but anyway, I just want to say that my trash talk is the Astros, and they suspended the coaches, the owners, but the
players. All right.
The players.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, player. We appreciate it, player. Shout out to Q.
Let's go to
Who next?
Sean in Sacramento. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Who you trashing, Sean?
Yeah. My uncle from a dozen brother, cousin Kelvin, my brother's behind the board. To that last caller, stay off the weed. Real quick, brothers, man. I didn't want to do it, bro. I tried to give my man a chance, but I'm trashing Stu Gauff. First of all, bro, is that even your real name? It's time to shake the alias. You are a grown-up, 50-year-old man still going by a nickname. Shake that, bro. Number 2, I can't believe Scott gave a sidekick his own show. My God, you have no takes. Your constant change in co-host between Izzy and Mike Golick Jr. is just trash. Both of them have bad opinions. And the biggest thing I got to complain to you about is I called in, man. P1 caller, man. Ask you a simple question. What's the relationship between you and Dan Le Batard? And you ducked and shoulder rolled like your name was Floyd Mayweather Jr. You have a talk show, Stu Gauff. Your job is to talk. Your job is to tell the truth. And like Nick in New York said, it's not your show, it's our show, and that's why it's our favorite show. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man, and hopefully after this 3-year run, I hate to say it, but hey, God leave. You up?
Wow. How about Orlando in El Paso? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Sheesh.
Who you trashing,
I can't
Orlando?
even I don't know who Orlando.
Hey, guys. I'm trashing Terry Pagano, owner of the Bills, for that nonsense he pulled with the players last week and defending his little GM, and all that. And for interviewing Phillip Rivers. What a travesty. Hopefully this organization never wins anything. And on the last note, give it up to Phillip Rivers. He was finally able to pull out from a job, okay?
Wow. All right, appreciate it.
That was a good one.
How about MJ in New Orleans? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Who you trashing, MJ?
I'm ripping Professor Roberts, Bobby Zesty, Parker.
Oh, my God. Is that a Bobby with an IE or Y? I just want to know.
Bobby
Not
Bestie is
talk.
crazy.
Not supposed to talk, Rob. So, look, I want to believe that if he had an NFL Hall of Fame vote and Coach Bill Belichick offered him the director's uncut XX extension video of Bob Kraft's Diddy Baby All Massages, Rob would vote him in first ballot. Just my thinking. Y'all have a great show.
All right, MJ.
I mean, you probably would.
No, I would not. Ken,
I don't know.
in Stockton, California,
Rob
you're on
G
the Odd
would, for
Couple
sure.
Fox Sports
Wow.
Radio.
Who are you trashing, Ken?
Okay, hi, Rob. Hey, Kelvin. Hey, how's it going, brother? Well, I'm going to get this over with because I'm still pissed off at the Rams. But what I'm pissed off is that Rob Parker, he didn't even stand up and take a pick. He picked the defense of the Seattle Seahawks, and he ragged on Stafford. Stafford. Just because Ron's panties were tighter than one when he was in 1978. They got a free pass to watch the Lions. And I'm out.
All right. It wouldn't have been right if we didn't hear from Ken.
I know.
Trashing you. You got this one. I'll probably get it next week.
You'll get it next week, right. That's
I'll get
all
it
good.
next week, man. That's it. All right. Appreciate everybody, man. And dang. Anybody
K-Dot.
else we want to trash? Yeah.
I got something for Q real quick. Can I
All
play
right.
it?
Yeah. What's Q?
Stay off the wheel. Stay off the wheel.
That is pretty funny.
You know what we do at USC when the kids are doing a show
Okay.
and they say we, for
Yeah, like-
US,
yeah.
because they go to the school
Yep.
but they got to
yeah. Stay off the weeds.
We say stay off the we.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We tell
Really?
them that. Yeah.
I thought I was getting them internships and jobs here.
Well, only the ones who clearly don't say we.
Oh.
So that would be what,
I have
70% of
I
our
have
staff?
no power here. I do not hire anybody.
Boy, that's why I told you I
have
laugh
no-
every week, Alex. Cronies and friends and mentees, and I can't believe it. I just laugh.
Nepotism.
Half our staff is your.
I'm not related to anybody.
This is how you introduce me to them. Hey, this is Ian. He was in my class. Hey, this is Ryan. He was in my class. Hey, this person was in my class.
We are Fox Sports.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with one and a half of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The odd couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
In college basketball, number 7 ranked Michigan State has come back to win in overtime at Rutgers 88-79, and 2 seconds left in the top 5 matchup at Michigan. Wolverines now lead number 5 ranked Nebraska 75-72. 15th ranked Arkansas only leads at Oklahoma 81-79 with about 10 seconds left. 3 minutes to go at Notre Dame. The Irish still holding on to a lead against number 17 Virginia 66-64. And early second half, number 2 UConn over Providence so far 53-46. Coach Bill Belichick will reportedly not be elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. The class will be announced next week. The Bills promoted Joe Brady to head coach. He was their offensive coordinator. The Titans' new offensive coordinator is Brian Daboll, former Giants head coach. Denver fired offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number 3.
Already?
In a baby oil cigarette-soaked edition.
I need baby oil and maybe cigarettes.
I mean, what a day for me. You know what? All I need is for Brady to get snubbed as well.
Okay, what else?
We'll remember that in 2028. If Brady gets snubbed, I might quit on the spot.
Yeah, well,
you know what you might need, Rob, for that?
What's that?
Have you ever wiped a piece of dirty toilet paper and wondered, Is this as good as it gets?
Yeah, he might need a dude wipe.
It's not, Rob. Switch to the life-changing Wet Extra Large flushable dude wipes because wetter just cleans better. Available at Amazon and major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes. Best clean, 76, hands down.
Did either one of y'all use them yet?
I've been.
Oh, you've been using them. Oh.
Actually, shout out to Shay. He put me onto him like 4 months ago.
That's what I told you. We had them floating around, and I got a couple. I keep them in my
floating around.
Yeah. I had to take care of them. You know, when you do what you do, sometimes you just want to make sure you're extra fresh when you do what you.
Yes.
Listen,
Hey, all right.
Happens to the best of us, Alex. All them drinks and juices you've been giving me. What was the one, the cleanser?
Oh, the beat me up?
Yeah, it did that all right.
Well, Rob gives dude wipes a thumbs up.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, my God. All right.
Right as the Knicks are playing, I just see Josh Hart jumping up.
Don't forget, coming up in about 27 minutes, Mark Funky Cole Medina from Essentially Sports.
Oh, yeah,
and,
the NBA
Fox
exists.
Sports Radio, yes, NBA Insider. I know. To say that. And then don't forget, last call, we have that as well in this hour. But, Rob G., we had a lot of news concerning coaches, and we're talking about, of course, Bill Belichick getting snubbed and the hiring of Joe Brady. Could have been Marsha Brady in Buffalo. It's same thing, but Joe Brady getting hired there.
36.
But also, there's talk from New York and a coach.
Yeah, we had a whole show built out before this Bill Belichick news got dropped on us. So thanks a lot, Bill. Appreciate it.
We're on the Cincinnati.
Yeah. But one of the topics we were going to discuss, and we'll get to it now. You guys have been on this anti-Aaron Glenn train for about a year now.
I have.
Yeah, you have. You didn't give him a shot.
No.
So
they got off to the worst start of any Jets coach. Now, that's saying a lot.
That's saying
Guys,
a lot.
just the timeline of the Aaron Glenn experience with the Jetropolitans. First day on the job, one of the first days, has Aaron Rodgers fly in on his own dime to tell him to his face, we're not interested in you. We're moving somewhere else, which is fine. It's his prerogative, but it is what it is. He then pivoted from Aaron Rodgers to Justin Fields as his QB1, and then promptly benched Justin Fields midway through the season for journeyman Tyrod Taylor. He then followed that up, as you mentioned, Rob, having the worst start by any Jets coach in franchise history. Culminated the season by, again, a defensive-minded coach becoming the first team in the modern era to go an entire season without recording a single interception.
Kelvin, you got to admit, that is mind-boggling.
It's an impossibility.
Right? Impossible.
Everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
CJ Stroud throws you one.
Right.
Minimum one.
Jameis Winston throws you one.
And so it all came to a head earlier today where Aaron Glenn continued the house cleaning of the Jets coaching staff. He parted ways with offensive coordinator Tanner Eggstrand after just one season. Of course, I'll get after one season. Add him to the list, which includes...
Listen to this list.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive coordinator Steve Wilks, out.
Go.
Eggstrand, out.
Go.
DB's coach, friend of the show, Dre Bly, out. Quarterbacks coach, Charles London, out. Defensive line coach, Eric Washington, out. Passing game coordinator, Scott Turner, out. Linebackers coach, Aaron Curry, out. And a slew of other lower-level assistants that names don't even get in the program. So basically, in the eyes of Aaron Glenn, everybody but him was the problem with the Jets last season.
Okay. Is this on? Because I'm just going to call it the way I see it. I am the biggest proponent, and I've talked about it. Everybody's now on this ticket about there were 10 NFL head coaching jobs opening. And what did I say, Kelvin, last week? That they won't be filled by a black coach, right?
Right.
So I'm all about opportunity and all of that. That black coaches should have opportunities of being head coaches. But when it comes to Aaron Glenn, he's bad news for the black coaches, okay? He just is. And I'm going to say this. I don't know how Woody Johnson didn't fire Aaron Glenn. As much as I'm a proponent that black coaches deserve opportunities, I'm not going to protect them if they don't do the job. Aaron Glenn should have been fired. Proof positive is that he's fired everybody that he hired. He didn't come to the Jets with a staff in place or a quarterback in place. No, this was all his doing. His hands are on it. How in the world could an owner look at a coach and go, you came here, You hired your guy, your guy, your guy, your guy. You put this staff together. We had an awful year. You wanted this quarterback. People laughed at the Jets that they gave Justin Fields a 2-year guarantee, right? They were like, what? Nobody else was offering him that 1 year and an option. But he got 2 years guaranteed and a guaranteed starting job. He didn't even have to earn it. Okay? This was him. Go back if you don't believe me, and go read the quotes about Justin Fields. You know what he said? As a defensive coordinator, Justin Fields was the hardest guy to put up a defense against. That's what he claimed. That you didn't know how to defend Justin Fields. And he was obviously in the NFC North with the Bears, and he was in the NFC North with the Lions. So he saw Justin Fields. He was enamored by him. So all the coaches are gone. The quarterback is gone. And yet you get to stick around. Terrible. This is why the Jets haven't won a Super Bowl since the Louisiana Purchase. For real. You keep on, they got bad luck. No, they have a bad owner. Dude, what face are you trying to save? He should have been fired. When he's firing everybody else, Woody Johnson should have said, you know what? I thought about it. You know what? You should be fired too. And here's my point. You'll say, that's unfair. He only got 1 year. The Raiders did the right thing with Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll, right, who has a more impressive resume than Aaron Glenn. He won a Super Bowl. He went to 2 Super Bowls. He won in college at USC. And after an absolute horrific year, they could have given Pete Carroll the benefit of the doubt, Kelvin, giving him 1 more year to say, Pete, you had a bad year.
He has a ring at least.
Right. And you know what they did? They showed him the door. They didn't stand on principle, or they don't want to be embarrassed because they hired him and it's going to be embarrassing and we got to pay Pete Carroll. They said, Pete, thank you. Take you and your sons and hit the road. The Jets blew it. They should have done the same thing with Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn couldn't handle the media. Aaron Glenn couldn't handle the Jets. Aaron Glenn couldn't handle the defense. He was an awful coach this past year. Everybody is not NOT capable of being an NFL head coach. There are a lot of guys who are just coordinators, and he was good in Detroit. He ain't a head coach. Kelvin, the Jets made a mistake by letting Aaron Glenn fire everybody instead of firing him.
Well, I'm wondering why they did it. And the first thing I'm thinking about with the Jets is maybe money. Maybe they didn't want to have to pay him because after 1 year, we're going to have to pay him the rest of the money that we owe him. And then obviously have to pay another coach. So maybe the Jets, Woody Johnson and the gang say, hey, we ain't trying to do that. But here's a couple of things that I have issues with when it comes to Aaron Glenn. I usually, in most cases, believe you got to give somebody. The Jets were terrible, so they're not going to be great overnight, right? It's going to take things to build this thing up. However, here are some things that don't go in your favor as a defensive coach. You know what you can't be? You can't be scoring defense, 31st in the league. You can't be total defense, 25th in the league. You can't be rushing defense, 29th, and you can't have the 31st fewest sacks, Rob. And then what about interceptions? Oh, you ain't got any. Like, these are things that
that's not even conceivable.
It's not conceivable. And if you're Woody Johnson, if you would want to say, listen, we struggled on offense. We bought into Justin Fields. We were wrong. And then you can say, but this defense? Maybe you're not the Texans, but you're right. You know what I mean? You're around there. Hey, we're coming up. This defense is going in the right direction. Then you can hang your hat on that. And to me, that's the biggest indictment for Aaron Glenn, is that you're a defensive coordinator with what? A team that had defensive players we'd been saying for the last few years, right? We've been saying.
Before they got a quarterback, that was the talk, right?
And you can't be 31st and 30th and 32nd in so many different categories and league ranks in these defensive categories. That's a massive indictment on Aaron Glenn to me there. Also, what do they say about everybody can't be crazy? If you're calling everybody crazy, everybody can't be crazy. It might be you.
Have you ever seen anything where he fired everybody? Like, no. Basically.
And the challenge with that, Rob, is he doesn't have the equity. If Mike Tomlin this year, 5 years ago, said, you know what, fire everybody. You say, well, shoot, I mean, that's Mike
been
Tomlin.
around,
He's been
right.
here 14, 15 years.
He won a Super Bowl.
He's won a Super Bowl. We've been in the postseason with all these years. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why we're kind of floundering right now. He might be on to something. He's earned that equity. If John Harbaugh wanted to do that, he's earned that. If Bill Belichick, who we've talked about today, they've earned that. Aaron Glenn to do that with no fundamental baseline of like what you even do is staggering. So that the audacity is running high in New York. So I was blown away by reading that too, because it just didn't make sense. If these are the guys you hired,
those are his.
These are the guys you vetted. You said this is my guy. I'm bringing in. Let's roll. Here we go.
But the whole idea of you're saying he deserves more than 1 year. Why doesn't Steve Wilkes deserve more than 1 year?
Right. And
why doesn't the offensive coordinator deserve?
We're building something. We got something. It's going to take some time. I did this in Detroit. I was a part of it. And then you guys ride it together. We ride together. We die together. But everybody
could have gone into to the owner and said,
"Look,
we need one more year.
Give me one more year.
Let us get the quarterback
I will
right."
volunteer step down if you don't see vast improvement with us. And that's that's fair. But to fire everybody and act like it's them that you brought in, and again, you're defensive minded, and there's not a single look at this, Rob Parker. What stat can I point to defensively that was favorable? The only one that was middle, they were 17th, was in passing defense. That's it. But it didn't do nothing. You didn't get an interception, and you were 31st in sacks. You had the fewest sacks. You had, how many did Myles Garrett have, Rob G? 24?
23 and a half?
23. They had 26 as a whole team. So, yeah, I'm blown away by this, and I usually want to root for anybody. Black coaches were so limited, given the opportunity. The only one thing I will say is what I don't want to happen, what I don't like, because let's say they go 0-4 and he gets fired.
He's going to get fired if they go 0-4.
Right, of course. Well, what I'm saying is I don't like the idea that, see, that's why brothers can't get coaches, or dang it, he's blowing it for other brothers who want to get a coaching opportunity. That I don't like, because the opposite side of that is.
No, it's not. You can't judge everybody together.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not talking to you, but I'm saying the thought process.
But
he
should be fired when he doesn't do a good job. And that's
I
what
don't
I'm
care
saying
who you are. I'm agreeing with that. But what I don't want is the subliminal message being like, hey, we tried. Well, that's why you can't give brothers opportunities, or well, he blew it for all the other brothers. You get what I mean? Like, now they're not going to hire a black coach for another team, when clearly there are dozens of white coaches who are failing. There are dozens who are succeeding. There are 10 openings, right? And it's not Bill Belichick cheated, and you're not going to go, well, we can't hire a white coach because they cheat. So I can't get Mike Vrabel now because, he played for him. He must have been a cheater. Mike Vrabel got a job. And he was right in the thick of it. So my point is, I only thing I don't want is this to be an indictment now, because I got to keep it real. This is often what happens in most facets of life, where they go, well, we gave a brother a shot and this is what happened. And then, now another brother can't get one because they'll use that as an example. So that's the only thing I don't want, is if Aaron Glenn in 2-3 games the next year, 0-2, 0-3, 0-4 gets fired, they go, well, we tried. See, that's what I don't want, because I want that to be fair. If there's another person who deserves that opportunity, another brother, he should get it.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Does Aaron Glenn deserve to be fired from the Jets? And do you think he's hurting other black coaches? I
don't like that part, Rob. I don't like that at all.
But but you know what? I'm with you. I understand. Like, everybody should be based on their individual.
Every year there's white coaches that get fired, and guess who get hired?
Yeah,
more white coaches. Right. No one goes, I can't hire a white coach anymore.
But I'm telling you
sucked.
right now, I'm just saying he deserved to get fired.
That's
in my book.
Completely
I don't
two
care
separate
about
things. I'm with you on that.
877-99 on Fox. We'll continue that and much more. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. That's right. It is the Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay
America.
Well, earlier on Friday, the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen, apparently, we'll get to that part later, interviewed the head coach from St. Michael Catholic High School in Fairhope, Alabama. That's right. Former NFL quarterback Phillip Rivers was interviewed today for the head coaching gig with the Buffalo Bills. We don't know how it went, but we know he had the interview and he is being seriously considered, so much so that Vegas currently has him with the second best odds to get the gig.
And Kelvin, I'm just going to say,
Yeah.
I've been covering the National Football League since 1987. This league, more than any other league, just bothers me because we see the same thing over and over. The goalposts are moved for people to get opportunities. At one time, black assistant coaches couldn't even get interviews.
Yep.
That's why they implemented the Rooney Rule that forced owners to even interview. Forget about hiring. Here we are in a job cycle. 10 head coaching jobs open. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. I don't believe a black coach is going to get hired. We've talked to a couple NFL reporters.
They don't have any of a candidate.
They couldn't even give you any names, okay? And we already know. With the Vikings,
Brian Flores.
Brian Flores. I just don't see him getting hired as a head coach with a pending lawsuit against the NFL. If they hire him, I'll say I was wrong. I just don't see that. But the idea that we already saw the Colts hire Jeff Saturday, who came right out of the TV studio with zero coaching experience.
Yep.
And now the idea that they love Phillip Rivers so much that they allowed him to play, making a mockery of the NFL at 45 years old after not playing for 5 years. Now they want to hire him and make it because he coaches his kids in high school, that they're going to make him an NFL head coach. And this isn't about hiring people because they're black. This is about opportunity. When you go to a pool of people, how can a league be roughly 67% black? Guys who've played the game, they're coaches around the league, right?
Yeah.
And they're not in the mix? Something's really wrong when they can't be in the mix. And if they've hired a black coach with no experience right off the studio, like you look at some of the guys at ESPN who are dying for opportunities or what, they're still sitting around waiting.
Yeah.
And those guys never
Why
get
hasn't
hired.
Louis Riddick gotten a job?
He's been looking for a general manager job, but you know what? In Atlanta, what do they do? Matt Ryan. No experience. Hey, Matt, go ahead, buddy. You know what?
Phillip Rivers can possibly be a head coach of one of the better teams in the league.
And this is my point.
Not ground zero, work your way up, some new franchise or something like that.
It's disgraceful. It's just disgraceful.
Yeah. I look, man, I talked to Rob G on the way in, and I said, there's somebody listening right now, Rob, that's going, oh, here we go. Why does this have to be a thing? Not understanding that these are conversations that me and you don't want to have. In a perfect world, meaning we wouldn't have to have these conversations. We wouldn't have to highlight these types of things. Where you brought up the Rooney Rule, and the Rooney Rule was to even just say, get them in the room. Just can you interview somebody?
Because you can't hire somebody if you don't interview them.
Can you at least just have a cup of coffee with them and say, hey, what would your philosophies be as a coach? And then make your decision.
Wait a minute.
By the way,
what would be your philosophies of being a coach? Humor me.
Right. Because we already got our guy.
Right.
We're just checking you off the list. So I go back to this. Somebody saying, well, I don't get what's the big deal. This is why it matters, Rob. You know what they were saying 25 years ago, 30 years ago? Black quarterbacks in college couldn't be a quarterback in the league.
Right.
They weren't smart enough. There's literal documentation that NFL leaders and owners and everyone thought they weren't smart enough. They didn't possess the mental capacity to be a quarterback.
Mind-boggling.
Right? Now, I didn't say 1928. We're talking 88. Doug Williams wins the Super Bowl and can't really get another opportunity. People don't even know.
Destroyed records in the Super Bowl.
Destroyed records. Tony Dungy was a quarterback.
What?
You ain't know that.
He never played quarterback in the NFL.
You didn't know that.
Because they moved him to a DB, didn't they?
You didn't even know that. There's so many. Warren Moon had to go play in the CFL. Fox Sports Radio. Odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Trash Talking Tuesday. My gosh, trash talking was spirited, to say the least. My goodness, it was going down for sure. Hey, Mark Funky Co. Medina going to join us in about 6 minutes or so. Talk some NBA headlines with him. And be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. We are on it right now. Simulcast, and shout out to Elijah. Always got us looking good on there. Just search Odd Couple FSR. Like it, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So go check it out. As always, we appreciate it. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Aaron Glenn, should he have been fired? Everybody else got fired. I mean, everybody got the smoke. He turned into Oprah Winfrey. You getting fired. You getting fired. You getting fired. Everybody getting fired. But not me. I'm good, though. We had one of the worst defenses in quite some time. The worst ones. And then no interceptions in the modern era, but I ain't getting fired. All right, should he stuck around? You have a problem with what he did? Maybe you do. 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
All right, Jarvis in Tampa. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jarvis?
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Doing good, Jarvis.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a little bit of a hater like Rob Parker right now. And yes, Aaron Glenn should have been fired. I don't believe he should have been hired in the first place. I don't understand what the New York Jets were even looking at when they were hiring this guy. This guy's defense, when he was with Detroit, was last in the NFL in 21, was next to last in 22. In 23, it was 23rd in the NFL. In 24, he did reach the 7th spot. But I don't understand where they got that this guy was going to be a great coach from his tenure in Detroit. And then they looked over Bill Belichick and hired this guy who didn't get in the Hall of Fame. I don't know what's going on with the NFL. I'm very disappointed. I'm disappointed in the Jets. I'm not even a Jets fan. But that guy, Aaron Glenn, should not have a job right now.
No doubt. Spot on, Jarvis. I'm with you. I mean, seriously.
All right, you guys have a great day.
No doubt. Appreciate you.
Yep, no doubt. How about Chili Tim in Atlanta? What's up, Chili? How are you?
Yo. What up, Rob? What up, Kelvin?
What up?
A couple quick points, right, that I hear you guys bring up. First of all, I'm just really curious. Aaron Glenn leaned into Steve Wilkes, who had head coaching experience, who has been scapegoated a lot.
Man, he's been fired he gets fired like he's been fired every first year everywhere he goes.
And he had a great San Francisco defense where that was Shanahan that lost that Super Bowl.
Right.
It wasn't Wilkes. Wilkes got the blame, but he was a great defensive coach. We should have won that Super Bowl against the Chiefs. But I wonder if Glenn leaned into him because Wilkes is a pretty, he had head coaching experience. He's been a DC longer than Aaron Glenn, but to just seeing how he fired him, it makes me wonder now if Glenn didn't kind of go in there with, the Napoleon complex, like, I'm this and I'm that. I'm going to run it how I see it. And if that's the case, he should be gone because, I tried to give him doubt at the beginning of the year when you guys first brought it up. I was like, well, just give him time. But just seeing what he did in the defense and, like, his attitude on the sideline and just, how he goes about it, I don't know. I'm like Kelvin. I hope it doesn't ruin for other black coaches. But, yeah, he should not be the coach. I'd have kept Wilkes and fired him if I'd have done anything.
I just don't understand this, Tim, as an owner.
No. Yeah.
If your guy is firing everybody, I got a problem with that. Seriously. That makes no sense.
It starts at the top. And the buck stops with you. You have the final say over everything. So if it's messed up, then you got to start with yourself.
100%.
Sure.
No doubt. Hey, Chili, appreciate it. I just wanted to look up his contract. He had a 5-year deal.
Oh, God.
5-year and approximately total value anywhere between $50 and $60 million. So I think that it plays a role. 1 year in, you would have owed him $40 to $50 million.
But they fired Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll had, what do you have, a 3-year deal?
Yeah, but this is the Jets. It's a whole different organization. You know what I mean?
Woody Johnson is loaded. I don't know if you looked at his bottom line.
And rich people.
Loaded.
You know what rich people like to do? Make money and not lose money. And if I got to pay him $50 and then I got to pay it to whoever the new coach is, I ain't trying to do that. I'm just saying there's a reason to why maybe they decided to keep him.
Yeah, but they got to pay everybody else. They fired everybody else.
But I ain't got to pay them for another $40 to $50 million that he would have been owed if they were to buy him out. All right, thank you so much for all the calls, as always. On the other side of Trinity, we'll talk to Mark Funky Co. Medina, talk some NBA action. Right now, Steve DeSager. Hey, Steve.
Hey there, great college basketball tonight. At number 3, Michigan, the Wolverines barely led in this game, but did win against number 5, Nebraska, 75-72. Michigan now 19-1. Nebraska had been 20-0. Number 7, Michigan State came from behind to win in overtime at Rutgers, 88-79. 15th-ranked Arkansas won 83-79 at Oklahoma. Notre Dame is tied in overtime with 17th-ranked Virginia, 80-all, under 2 minutes to play. Irish have just taken the lead on a 3, so about a minute and a half to go. Number 2, UConn at home only leads Providence, 67-66, with 6.5 minutes to play. To the NBA, Cleveland's Evan Mobley will miss 1 to 3 weeks with a strained calf. He is the reigning Defensive Player of the Year in the league. Cavs host the Lakers on Wednesday. Denver's Nikola Jokic will be reevaluated next week. He's been out for a month with a bone bruise in his knee. To the NBA scoreboard, Washington had lost 9 in a row. They've just won at home against Portland, 115-111. Knicks are only leading Sacramento 75-74 with 9 minutes left. Kings have lost 5 straight. Philadelphia leads 71-66 over Milwaukee early in the third. Coach Bill Belichick will reportedly not be elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. The class will be announced officially next week. The Bills promoted Joe Brady to head coach. He was their offensive coordinator. The Titans' new offensive coordinator is Brian Dable. Denver fired OC Joe Lombardi. Head coach Sean Payton is the play caller there. 2 other assistants were also let go tonight. The Broncos say quarterback Bo Nix had a pre-existing ankle condition that made this month's fracture inevitable. The Jets fired offensive coordinator Tanner Engstrand. 7 other assistants were let go last week. And the Steelers introduced new head coach Mike McCarthy, who said he definitely wants Aaron Rodgers back as his quarterback in Pittsburgh. Duke QB Darian Mensah reached a settlement with the school over their NIL dispute. He's now expected to transfer to Miami with wide receiver Cooper Barkay. Back to you.
Steve, have an excellent night. Appreciate it. It is the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a Trash Talking Tuesday, which was fun. You guys were locked in, spirited. We appreciate it as always. And, by the way, before we get to Mark Funky Co. Medina, let me tell you about the fact, YouTube. I already told him about YouTube. You're on it. Simulcast it. Check it out. Watch it. We appreciate it. Time to talk some NBA with our guy, Mark Funky Co. Medina, Century Sports, Fox Sports Radio NBA Insider. You can follow him, Mark G_Medina. Go ahead and do that. What up, Mark? Happy New Year if we haven't talked to you since. Mark, you there?
I know we broke the etiquette with this late, but, it's all good.
And I want you to know that if I had to vote for the Hall of Fame for you, I wouldn't vote for you either, Mark. I'm just saying.
Damn! I'm getting the Bill Belichick treatment.
Shots fired.
See, that's it. I'm just playing. How are you?
Well, I was good until I realized that you don't really think highly of me.
No,
Man, my spirits are broken.
That's not
you're great. Trust me, you wouldn't be on the show if we didn't.
That's
brother.
right. And just a good day for me. That's all. I said this 5 years ago that Brady and Belichick, I wouldn't vote for either one of them because of the cheating scandal. And then today, a bombshell in the NFL. So, of course.
Hey, I'm going to throw something out there. Let me guess, Rob. Correct me if I'm wrong. Even though this won't count, if you did have a vote, you wouldn't say LeBron James deserves that first ballot Hall of Fame.
No, he's not that crazy.
I'm not that crazy.
No, he's not that crazy.
I'm not that crazy.
Yeah. Well, shoot, you want to stay there. Well, speaking of LeBron, just your take. He
said he wants the ball. Give me the ball last night.
Yeah, he's gotten criticism over the years that he didn't want the ball, or at least to take the last shot. But sometimes you see that he does want to take command of things, and I think the thing that I do give credit for, and there's things to criticize him for, but as far as on-court play with Luka, he's been fine with adjusting his role, because of his respect for Luka. It's all the other stuff, front office dynamics and those things. But, he obviously believes in his talent. When he feels like he's got it going, he wants to get it going.
Yeah, I mean, he looked good, and he looked good. He's always going to look good in spurts. And what do you make? Just stay with them for a minute. Rob and I had a conversation about it. Just all the drama. He was asked recently his thoughts on what Jeannie Buss had to say, that article that came out. Just your thoughts. You of course covered the Lakers. The tension, can you feel it? Is it real? And what do you think? Is this it for LeBron? Is this the last dance with the Lakers at least? Maybe not retirement, but with the Lakers?
Yeah, well, speaking of tension, I was there post-game, the first chance that we had to talk to LeBron about the dynamic with Jeannie Buss, and I asked him, what do you think of what the partnership has been? He said, well, I thought it was pretty good. And then he mentioned that, there's two sides to every coin. So clearly things are not as warm as fuzzy as they once were. But I think if you take a big picture lens at it, and this can cut both ways for better and for worse for both sides, LeBron and the Lakers front office from day one, it always felt like it was a transactional business. And maybe that's how professional sports are, but it never really felt like that kind of partnership that you have with a superstar player. And when you look at the timeline from the time he began with the Lakers till now, LeBron has certainly gotten his way at times. Them getting Anthony Davis, them drafting Bronny, but there's also times that they've ignored him with, hey, I want you to sacrifice your draft picks and go all in, and the front office is saying, you know what, we're thinking about the long-term future. Oh, how about an extension even after getting Luka Doncic? Oh, we want to think about the long term. So I think where it really came to a head was last summer, that even though LeBron, to his credit, had no qualms with playing second fiddle to Luka Doncic because of how he is as a player, there was an undercurrent of uncomfortable feelings on what this means about how the Lakers are prioritizing the roster around him. But look, when you already have the next generational player around you, you have to make moves that best fit him. And so even though I'm not going to fault too much LeBron with his bad defense or, father time catching up to him, I don't fault the Lakers for not prioritizing him because he's 41 years old. It's his 23rd season. So I think with all that, it was just a clear sign that the writing on the wall is that it is his final season with the Lakers. It could be his final year overall. And if he decides to extend it, it's because of two lanes. He is willing to take a huge pay cut to come back to the Lakers, or he decides to go to another team in hopes to better his odds of winning another title.
Well, let me ask you this, and I want to stay on LeBron and then to go over to the Clippers, who have rebounded in their season.
Mm-hmm.
But LeBron, with the All-Star game coming, not being voted as a starter, it's in L.A. I mean, there's a lot of dynamics here. This could be it for him. Is he bothered by it? Did he accept it when you guys talked to him about it? I mean, it had to be a little jarring because you would think, let him go to the All-Star game. It's in L.A.
Right.
Let people give him some love and all that for the last time, even though it is the Clippers' home, but still it's L.A.
Yeah, I mean, for literally, he said that, he's always grateful if he gets an All-Star nod, but he said, if I'm there, I'll be in attendance. If I'm not, I know I'll be able to take full advantage of it. I think that no doubt it stung because this is the first time in 22 years that he's not an all-star starter, but I think the feeling around the Lakers and around the league is he's going to be voted in as a reserve. The coaches are the ones that get the reserve vote, and traditionally they favor veterans. They favor that idea of if your player's on his way out, let him have that farewell.
What if they snub him like Belichick got snubbed?
I don't think they'll do that, but here's where I'm at, Rob. I don't have a problem with him getting in that, even if it's just a farewell thing, because his numbers are fairly close to some of the other reserves in contention, but if he does get voted in, he has to embrace it. He can't do what he did last year where he announces at the last minute, you know what, I'm sitting out because I have an injury, and then that deprives a deserving all-star to get named by Adam Silver. So if he's going to get voted in, he's got to go all in, not just with playing, but actually giving a damn, and also being the ambassador with showing up to his media obligations, doing that whole role with whatever corporate events he has to go to, because as you know, Rob, this All-Star game has been more and more of a joke every year, and it's guys like LeBron that can set the tone on whether the next generation of players are going to give this the kind of showcase that fans deserve with it. So, again, I don't have a problem if coaches are going to go that route, but if they do, he has to take ownership of this.
I want to go to the Eastern Conference, and Rob and I, at some point as the NBA season heats up, we'll start arguing about it. The Pistons, are they now the favorite in the East, like clear-cut? Because the Knicks have been floundering. Cleveland is a disappointment in where you thought they'd be. The only other team, the Celtics, have been surprising considering Tatum's out. They play pretty well. But what are they the favorites right now?
Favorite for what? What are you saying?
To get to the finals for the East.
Yeah, I would say they're the favorite right now. You can't discount Boston. They've been overachieving.
Yeah,
Jaylen Brown is playing at MVP level. Their supporting cast is great. But I feel like even if Jason Tatum comes back, they have a ceiling. The Pistons, they're locked and loaded. Kate Cunningham's in the MVP convo. When you talk to people around the team, they think he's a more efficient scorer, improved passer, better defender. They got a lot of good physical toughness with other good defenders, most notably Asar Thompson, Isaiah Stewart, and they just play really well as a team. I'm not comparing them to the Bad Boys Pistons. Rob Parker would tear my head off if I did.
I was
but they
just
have
about
that,
to say.
Resiliency, grit to them that gives you reminders of, you know what, the previous Pistons would respect these guys. And I think because of all the other diminished teams in the East, New York being inconsistent, Boston not having Tatum available, Milwaukee being a hot mess, it's the Pistons now to lose. And so I favor that they're going to get to the finals.
So you think they'll get to the finals?
I think they will, yep.
Okay, yeah. I just...
Barring major injuries.
No, but they've won, I don't know, 3 playoff games in the last 10 or 12 years, whatever, 15 years. I just can't see them making that kind of jump. And I know that the other teams are banged up.
That's the part that I would feel you if there were a real there's not a bunch of great teams right now.
But I also believe that the Knicks might be here now or Cleveland might be here now. That doesn't mean come April they're going to be here.
Yeah. And that'd be tough outs. I don't think you're going to beat
Cleveland. That's all I'm saying. I'm not so sure that the Knicks are going to be here because they actually started the season, Mark, pretty good.
Yeah, no, they have. And I expect that they'll turn things around, but I think that the Pistons have been the most consistent team, even when you account for the Toronto Raptors being a surprise. I mean, Brandon Ingram's an all-star caliber player. I think that he will be a reserve pick. But you know, part of me thinks because of it's a young team, they're going to go through that growing pains. The Pistons went through that last year, and I know that it's a huge leap from first round to finals.
Right. It is a huge leap in the NBA for me.
But I think that from a talent standpoint, the fact that there's so much two-way depth, I think they can make that leap within a single year. And J.B. Bickerstaff is one hell of a coach, and he's been there, done that, not just with them, but also with Cleveland.
Cleveland, yeah. Hey, we appreciate it, Mark. We got a break here, buddy, but thank you as always.
Appreciate you as always, and Happy New Year, 27 days late.
No doubt. Mark Funky Co Medina. Make sure you check him out. Give him a follow. Mark G_Medina. All right. On the way, last call. Merry New Year!
That's right. You can still get in on Bill Belichick, right?
Last call. And we're going to head, just in case, again, we got to talk about Belichick. Bill Belichick, the big news of the day. We'll do that. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
It's last call time on the Odd Couple.
Ben Roethlisberger, he's been very vocal, obviously. He's post-career, talking a lot, doing shows, podcasts and whatnot, and he had some things to say about how to start a team.
Yeah, he had something to say about the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, they're going through it right now. They don't got a head coach. As far as we know, they've got a quarterback. And so there's a lot of conversation around them and what they should do to kind of jumpstart that organization again. And what he said about this current Steelers situation, I think applies to a lot of teams in the NFL. Take a listen.
I would not draft a quarterback for at least 2 to 3 years. That's just my opinion. The issue that I see with a lot of teams is they get a quarterback and they try and build around that quarterback. I think it should be the other way around. I think you should build a team and put your quarterback in it. It happened to me. I had a great football team. They plugged me in. We had a veteran group. It works. It works better than trying to grab a quarterback and be okay, we're going to build around this quarterback, because then it's going to take you 4 or 5 years to build around that quarterback. He's probably going to look like poo up to it, and then you're like, is he really our guy? Is he not our guy?
That's the key part for me, Rob G, that last part right there. Well, I think if we all got to heaven and we could like replay life and be like, what would have been like if this, option A, or what would have been like if I went down this? How many quarterbacks aren't as bad as we thought they were? I'm not saying everybody. There clearly some people just aren't good. They maxed out in college. They peaked and all that. But there's some that I just wonder, they weren't as bad as the situation they were in. Sam Darnold being an example, right? Not saying he's a Hall of Famer, but he looks like a quality quarterback for the next handful of years, right? Baker Mayfield in some situations. Bryce Young. You know, if Bryce Young were to go and be somewhere else, well, we all of a sudden go, man, Bryce Young actually pretty good. Like, he was a Heisman winner. He was good in college, has peaks and periods where he's good now. And I look at that to Ben Roethlisberger's point. He was fortunate enough to come into a situation, defense great, running game great. You had Jerome Bettis, you have Fast Willie Parker, you have receivers, you have a veteran presence, you got a good coach, and Bill Cowher. Like, he walked right into a good situation. Russell Wilson walked right in, Legion of Boom, beast mode, running backs, you got receivers. You walk in, and all we need you to be is quality. Tom Brady. Tom Brady was a sixth-round pick. Like, we knew, okay, he could play a little bit. Obviously, I saw him at Michigan. You get in a good situation, Bledsoe goes down, you get in. And I'm just wondering, I'm more of his alignment of, or thought process of building a team, establishing a team. We got a team. We have what we are. We have an identity. I like where we're going. We got a guy come in, and he's going to be able to grow with us and be good with us, versus just trying to go get a number one pick, and your team is trash. Your foundation is trash. Your coaches are trash, and you're scrambling. You don't know what you're doing, and it's wash, rinse, repeat over and over and over. I much rather build up. And you see how the Ravens have been able to do that over the years. You see the Patriots, now they're right back. They've been doing. And look at the teams in the Final Four right now of the NFL.
Yeah, the Rams. Go ahead, tell me. Rams?
I'm glad you said that.
Go
That's
ahead.
exactly what the Rams did.
Yeah, okay.
Want to tell you how?
Yeah,
the Rams did that. They built a team, and they had Jared Gauff in there. They go to the Super Bowl, they lose. You know what they did? They had a team and establishment. They get Matthew Stafford, and they're right back there.
Now,
and they're
this
able
whole
to do
argument by you and Ben Roethlisberger is ridiculous.
Okay.
It's dumb.
Tell us how.
Okay, because most teams, and we talk about NFL Sunday all the time, that if you don't have a quarterback, your season's over and you don't matter. And you could talk about build your defense first. The freaking New York Jets built the number 5 defense, and then they added their quarterback. What did it get them? Nothing, because they didn't have the right quarterback. So they had a good defense, and they did exactly what he said. The Texans aren't going to the championship round or have a chance at the Super Bowl. You know why? Because they didn't have quarterback play. They built a defense, okay, and they had a quarterback. So and you can sit here and handpick a couple situations and say, yeah, you should do it this way. If you do not have a quarterback, I don't care about your defense. I don't care. Don't care about your special teams. I don't care about your coach. You will not win most times. The teams that have won, and we talk about the Ravens and some of those with the all-time great defenses and a quarterback that doesn't hurt you, but not a superstar quarterback, they have won. There are different ways of building teams, but without a quarterback, Joe Burrow just showed up. He played 8 games his first year. Did anybody think that, Rob G, I'll ask you, did you think the Bengals were going to the Super Bowl when Joe Burrow showed up? Do you remember everybody told him what? Don't go there. Don't go to the Bengals. He went anyway, and guess what? He changed everything overnight, and he played 8 games his rookie year, went to the Super Bowl the next year. So I'm just telling you,
I'm glad you said
it
that.
ain't just
the
one
Bengals
way.
ain't did nothing since, and they look terrible because they don't have an established
you
thing.
Answer me
we
the Jets.
Talked about
answer me the Jets.
Which Jets are you talking about? Are you
The
talking
Jets
about the Mark Sanchez Jets? What
No, I'm talking about the Jets that built that defense when they went and who was it? Zach Wilson with Robert Sala. They had a number 5 defense. So their team was built. You knew what they were, just like you just said. They didn't do anything, is what I'm saying, because they didn't have a quarterback. This is
smooth is what it is.
This is my second. Yes, I need some of that right now.
Well, was that wine or baby oil? I don't know.
That was baby oil.
When you pour it in a sacred glass.
I had some wine first and then the baby oil.
Gotcha.
You got a tissue for me? Exactly. No, that was after.
Got to stop it, man. Use a dude white. It's the color of love.
I know, Alex, is nothing better than when your buddy passes you a buddy wipe.
Okay, all right.
A dude wipe.
Alex, we tried. We tried to cleanse the palate with the lovely Sade, and he keeps it just ruining it.
You know what's an honor to say, Rob? Even Sade can't stop Rob Parker.
I know.
That's true. Yeah. Who can dislike this?
K-Dot, I listen to this every night when I drive home.
I told you it's
But
my
you know
top
what?
5 favorite song of all time.
Mine is, can you play it?
Your love is king. No.
Never as good as the first time.
Ooh, it's
Really?
That's in my top 10.
And that's a fitting song for tonight because Bill Belichick did not get in on the first time.
That's right.
That's
You know what I mean?
Okay, Rob, you was quick on your toes.
Here we go. This is Bill singing this.
Never as good.
That's why he was supposed to make it the first time, right?
Because
it's never as good.
Never.
His
Getting in on
neighbors are hearing
second,
this
right?
bumping right now.
Listen to this whistle when it comes in,
You
Alex.
can see Bill.
Come on. We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. Bill, how do you feel about getting in? I don't care because we're on to North Carolina. 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 I don't know. I don't
All
care.
right, all right.
Have you seen
We're
my
having too much
girlfriend?
fun.
Have you seen her?
Yeah,
Have you seen my girlfriend?
Have you seen my
You think I
girlfriend?
care?
Yeah. You know what? She
I don't
didn't cost
care.
me that much. I'm telling you.
No, screw your Hall of Fame.
Zero.
What? I'm sorry, Rob G. A bad night, but what I'm Kelvin?
Yeah.
The reaction is like
What? I haven't really been looking. What are the streets
Rob G,
saying?
they're mad. Am I right? A lot of the football elite media, they're all got.
It's like they forgot about all the gates.
Right, but they're writing columns and
Yes.
stuff, and it doesn't even mention like he got busted for cheating.
There are people who claim to be they're voters, and they're saying, "Yeah, I talked to a few people, and we talked about it during because the way they do the football voting is not like baseball where you get your ballot in the mail
Exactly.
and you make your vote.
And I
These
do it
guys
myself.
get into a room and like discuss it, and they say, "Yes, Spygate, Deflategate was brought up. Didn't seem like a big deal to most of these people. How?"
Because that's the
Again,
only way he's
you can
not getting
still
in.
vote him
Is that
in.
right?
You can still vote him in and think he's a Hall of Famer and concede. Yeah, but he also did cheat.
He cheated.
But then to just be like, no, yeah, we've talked about it. Nobody seemed to care.
I don't.
And that's why
because that's 10 people in
This
that
feels
room.
and
minimum.
Credit to Jason Smith is up next here in about 10 minutes. He mentioned we talked about this off the air while you guys were doing an interview. Said this is very similar to the first Donald Trump election. The silent majority came in, and he said that whether they argued about it in that room or not, some of those guys were like, oh, yeah, that's kind of a big deal. But they knew in their head, I cannot in good conscience get this guy in on the first ballot. What do you think about that?
No, I agree. I think
that they were afraid to speak up and say it's too big of a deal.
That's a big number not to get.
Oh, 10,
for Bill Belichick, because it's
at 11
it's
at
least 11 because he needed to get to 40.
Yeah.
So at least 11, and you don't even know. It might be 15.
20.
It might be 20.
There's no, we don't know.
We don't
and
know
that's
what that
why this
number
becomes interesting. Is this a statement? Robert Kraft, you ain't in and never getting in. Bill Belichick, everybody thought you were getting in. You didn't. Tom, in 2 years from now, almost to the date.
Tom is shaking.
You're
I'm
in
telling
here.
you. Tom.
Absolutely. Because
anybody who thinks that Tom is like, well, that's not going to happen to me, everybody's stunned with Bill Belichick. So why would you not believe that
right.
possibly could happen
1,000%. And you could argue, I mean, they're both ridiculous as far as the credentials. But, like, if Bill Belichick isn't first ballot, then who is? Like, Andy Reid's been great. What does he have, 3 rings? Not like
and 10 losses,
and right. So you would say is Andy Reid first ballot? I can't. Who's bigger than Andy Reid?
This is
currently?
about the cheating. This isn't about
right.
the winning.
I know.
Right.
So what I'm saying is that's why this changes it. So if it's about the cheating, then you now look at Tom Brady, right? You get what I'm saying? It's like all right.
And Tom was suspended. Like Bill Belichick for all the cheating wasn't suspended. And
just
I think
that
$500,000
fine. Yeah.
Thank God for Eric Mangini. Thank God for a man with a conscience. Thank God.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Again,
He'll probably be on First Things First tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
right? What?
He might say, "Don't put me out there like that." I don't think he'll do it.
Do what?
Go in there because then you're going to ask me the tough. You got to ask me the tough questions.
Then we got to play the tape.
Well, so who's the guy? If it's not Mangini, who's the guy tomorrow on FS1, ESPN, CBS, FanDuel, whatever, that on television is going to say, I see why this happened, or I agree that it happened.
Nobody. Nobody. I'm telling you, I don't believe it because the TV guys are different from the newspaper guys who cover.
I know the answer,
I'm
but
telling
he ain't
you.
on TV no more.
Who?
Pablo Torre.
Well,
He will do some deep dive on what we didn't know and find out some other stuff.
Rob G, who would you say? Because I really
Nobody.
I can't give you
Nobody.
a name. I'm serious. I already saw, who is it who does Get Up?
Orlowski?
No.
Yeah, Damian Woody off.
Woody.
The writer. Why am I forgot.
Man, woman, give us something.
Man.
The first one act like a woman can't be a writer.
No. But I'm saying,
man, are you kidding me?
he's one of their insiders. I'm just blanking on his name.
Schefter, Graziano.
I'm sorry. Graziano.
What did he say?
He's the one. He's mad. He's mad at the writers. It's an embarrassment. All this kind of stuff. He's a writer, former writer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm just trying to think. You're right. Who would be the person to be
Nobody.
like, look, we all know.
Ryan Clark ain't going there because I thought he had a tweet, right? Kind of ripping on it. Can't believe it.
Well, he'll might apologize.
Stephen A. ain't even in New York anymore.
Who?
Stephen A. ain't even in New York anymore. How he got to talk about it?
Right.
Where he at?
He's in Florida.
Oh, he is in Florida. That boy getting them tax write-offs.
And Rob's mad about that because Rob wants his people in studio wearing suits.
Yes, I do. I like first things first, the way they get down.
Uh-huh.
I do.
Yeah. He out there getting them tax cuts. When you work for all that money.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?